Hello everyone! Welcome back to Disco Elysium. It's been a minute since I last streamed, so I figured I might as well, you know, play this game again. So yeah, let's get into it. Let me bring up my stuff in OBS. There we go. 2D feed and all that good stuff. I have no idea why my chat window is all messed up. Why is the chat window messed up? There we go. It's fixed now. Okay. Also, I would like this to not be mashed together, please. All right. Ready to go. I don't know. Why the hell is it saying that the stream's not up? Okay, there we go. Alright, we're good now. Let's get straight back into it. So, as far as I can remember, we were a drunk cop with the, initial H, I believe. I would be for real, I completely forgot what I called this guy now. But, yeah. Also, we're investigating a dead body, that too. I should probably go back and look at it.
There he still is.
Right, I gotta do a thing
with his white
right,
eyes.
I forgot. I completely forget what I'm supposed to be doing now. I think it was like going around collecting bottles or something. Yeah, because I got no frickin' money. Let me look at this real quick. Rigorous self-critique. So I'm working through that. I have the volumetric thing compressor. And I also have Lonesome Way Home, which still needs another 2 hours before I'm gonna remember where my damn house is. Yeah. I also have my stats here. I have some stuff. I have a Kind Green Ape pen. I have a Lieutenant's handkerchief. I can sell these for some reason. I have an empty cassette case. Got my crowbar. Got the yellow man mug, which is apparently racist if I remember correctly, and a damaged ledger that I threw in the trash. Man, I am not doing good today, aren't I? What's this?
This Post Lavantore mail collection box has been heavily vandalized with graffiti. A closer inspection reveals 2 bullet holes in the front.
Good mail delivery box.
The box seems happy. Eat shit, pig.
What?
Fucked by the queen. And St. G with a crown have been scribbled on it. Jenny is a whore, and best set mailbox also.
Okay, been there, Post Laventura mail collection box, been there.
The mail collection box.
I healed morale from that!
So do you. You shudder. Then you swallow.
Okay. Alright. I just remembered, I still don't have my gun. I like, my gun is just straight up missing, and I still haven't found it. I need to get these guys' boodles back, because I threw it in the frickin' water. Have I been down here? I haven't. Nose of Fed, take that. What's this? Roy's Pawn Shop, fast cash for faster time. Did I sell my gun here? Hold on. Excuse me, sir. Yes, you, sir. Where's my gun? Do you have it here? Most of a woman. Plaque simply says DEI. Dark film projector. What's this? I think that's just a door, isn't it? No, it's not. Some kind of machine, an antique cash register. Also, let me make sure my audio is all good and nice. Yes, okay, we're good. I should also probably have chat up on my phone so I can So I can see if any of you lovely people are trying to talk to me. Alright, let's check over here. Mostly military wear with a few more eccentric fashions thrown in.
It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop.
The man at the counter turns to you slowly.
What can I do for you?
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls of the shop.
Sorry, I feel like I'm interrupting you.
Oh no, not at all. I guess I haven't had many customers lately. RCM or otherwise.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travelers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake, people who are terminally bored. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from.
Quite the collection indeed.
It keeps me entertained.
His attention is drawn once more to the play of the light and shadow on the walls behind you.
Entertained? He might be high. If he is, on what?
By the way, do you happen to have any guns like ones carried by cops?
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question.
Ah, Jesus Christ.
Promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple days back.
This is a pawn shop.
Yeah.
It did feel as if you've met before. Oh God. The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another. Alert.
At least I know. Hold on, wait, I sold you my gun.
You,
We've came here too. That just sounded really, really bad.
You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. Said you were undeserving of a service weapon of the Revachol Citizens Militia. And I don't like keeping guns around the shop for long. Off-the-charts photon emissions. The unhealthy kind.
Was the buyer a policeman too? Please say yes.
She didn't seem like a policeman. Although she kept referring to herself as a pig. Which was odd. I found her interest in the gun a bit obsessive. But I was just happy to get rid of it. And of her. Truth be told, she was terrifying.
Oh, wonderful.
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the Citizens Militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I sold my gun.
Yeah, it's not good. I do hope we manage to clean this mess up somehow, while also keeping our focus on the murder investigation.
Any idea where I can find this buyer?
My apologies, officer, but I have no idea where she was coming from or where she went.
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it now. You'll just have to hope you luck upon her somehow.
Well, at least I know now how I lost my sidearm. Can we... Let's talk about something else.
Of course.
Is Roy high, and if yes, what is he on?
Feeling warm and enthralled by the movement of light, while the mind continues to race forward. Lucky bastard. He's probably on Parolidon. It's tough to come by on the street.
Parolidon? What's that?
A drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn yellow.
Is it just me, or is it really warm in here?
I try to keep the shop at a comfortable temperature.
I didn't mean to offend you. I don't want drugs.
I'm not offended, officer.
Alright, They might be able to aid in our investigation.
I doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions you may have.
You know anything about the recent hanging?
I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery. Bad for business. Bad for everyone.
Alright, well, I guess that's all I got.
The pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dancing colors.
Well, I don't really got much else I can do here.
The boomboxes on the shelf look well-loved and well-traveled. Chipped, dented, they stare at you with the unblinking eyes of their tape reels. One especially catches your eye. Deep gold and amber plastic with a big old handle on top. A classic boombox that says Stereo 8 approved. This is you. Golden orange. A sunset suite.
What does that mean?
Just make sure it works before you buy it.
I don't want to buy it. I don't have money. I have 35 cents to my name. What I really want to know is, could this device come in handy with my police work?
If police work means playing tapes, sure. You can use it for that. Or any other time you'd need to play a tape.
This Stereo 8 approved machine here.
Is the Harman Welshie W2. Made in Vespa. Designed in Seoul. Plays all reel-to-reel formats. 2mm, 8mm, 12mm. It's even got a little radio in there. It'll set you back 12 real.
Are you sure this is all in working order?
Absolutely. I've tested each one myself with recordings of speech. Found sounds and music from a variety of genres. Even though I don't really like music.
Well, I can't afford it. I mean, I can't even pay off the debt to the frickin' hotel that I lost my memory in, so... that's just wonderful, isn't it? Alright, what's over here? Water lock out of order until Wednesday, 7:15 a.m. I don't even know what day it is. Hold on. I keep forgetting that, like, I could potentially become a fascist in this game. I'm already on my way to becoming a communist, apparently. I got so much stuff I need to do. Butter sign down.
A crumpled billboard reading, Samaran butter soaks in the canal. Two ugly lines mar the bright countenance of the blonde boy depicted.
What is Samaran butter?
Whatever it is, the boy on the billboard seems very happy about it. Goat milk butter. The Samaran terrain makes it easier to raise goats than cows. And the local goat farmers produce high-quality meat and dairy staples that add variety to other nations' diets.
Okay.
It's an acquired taste.
I'm gonna attempt to reconstruct what happened here.
Just some tasteless advertising at the bottom of a canal. No use rubbernecking now.
I'll try it again later, I suppose. There's a guy here. And there's a box. I'm gonna check the box out first. Ooh, bottle. Good. What about here? Gloves. I could probably use that. Fingerless gloves. For some reason, it gives me better electrochemistry. So, yeah, I'll take it. Alright, let's go talk to this guy. Hello, sir.
G'day to you, officers.
A burly man hangs out by the waterlock, carving up a generous serving of salami with an old hunter's knife. His eyes are fixed on a man stranded on the other side of the waterlock and on an enormous billboard that has fallen down into the canal between them.
First things first, what are you doing here, man, on the waterlock?
My friend Barry the Butcher is stuck on the other side of the waterlock. I'm keeping him company and eating his salami.
Huh.
From the corner of your eye, you see a man in a yellow shirt and grey overalls waving at you from across the canal. He seems disappointed about the wreckage on the waterlock and the salami.
Very good stuff. Anything I can do for you, officer?
You know what caused this wreckage?
I wasn't here to witness it, but those look like tire tracks on that sign. Weird, huh? Then again, plenty of daredevil drivers in Revachol.
The words Daredevil Driver sound ominous to you.
Oh god, did I crash my car into the sign?
Too bad it also takes a year and a day to repair anything around here. Especially a waterlock. The rest of the coast is closed off till then.
Can I have some of that salami?
Sure thing. Want some too, officer?
Why not?
Oh, okay, he actually takes it. Do you know what's further down the coast?
Well, there's the fishing village, an abandoned fish market, a bizarro church. Not much use to the congregation, though. There always seems to be something wrong with it. Yeah, not really much else. Just bombed out ruins.
Alright, bye. Okay, I'll have to... Can I check this again now, or do I have to, like, wait a few
A
hours?
crumpled billboard.
Alright, let's try it.
Just some
Ah!
tasteless advertising at the
Alright, we'll try it again later. Maybe if I have some better visual calculus, I can try again. Not sure where I'm going to be getting that, though. This entire place gives me a sort of sad feeling. It's all, like... Nothing's moving, you know? It's all the same. I realize I still don't have a shirt. Didn't I get a shirt at some point? Where did my shirt go? Okay, I don't have a shirt anymore, I guess. Helpline company that helps with the control bridge. Alright. Well, let's keep collecting bottles, I guess, since that's my only form of income at the moment. I know that guy sells clothes that I can't afford. Why do I have the thought bubble around my head?
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when Lieutenant Kitsuragi is gone.
Oh, okay. I really should figure out where those tire tracks came from. I have to replace the lost bull. What's that? That's yellow. That means it's important somehow. There's also this pile of trash here.
This coin-operated viewer
Oh, that's
is
not a-
facing southwest. Its coin
It's not a
slot
pile of
is
trash.
full of fossilized bubblegum, rendering the machine permanently inaccessible.
Oh, poor little viewer.
The metal feels cold and wet under your palm. It looks unhygienic.
Look
A
inside.
thick layer of graffito covers the lenses. You spell out the word Onug written on the other side, with N and C scribbled
Oh,
backwards.
Kuno.
That's Kuno on the lens. Under the graffito, a sea of blues and greys appear. Behind the water lies a coast studded with concrete and reeds. On it, a church on stilts, lanky weather-worn wooden planks, an X-shaped cross topping its tower. You know this to be the Star of Pericanasis, or the Cairo, the central symbol of the Pericanassian Church. A star, a great
hey,
mountain
wifey.
to
I'm
be
doing alright.
strived towards.
Figured that I should be, that I should stream a little bit more, since, even though I'm dealing with college nowadays, I definitely still have enough time to screw around and play games while I stream. How are you doing? It's nice to see you around.
The church looks old and weather-worn. There are no lights in the windows. Around the large wooden building, you see chunks of sea ice.
Alright. Should be checking these yellow objects. I think they're important somehow. What does that say? Splatter of bullet holes lines the wall. I can grab something from here. Hey, money! I need that. That's awesome, thank you. I'm sick but good. I shared your stream today so we can join too. Oh, I appreciate it. I hope you feel, I hope you stop being sick soon. It's never fun to be sick. It's a bird. I can interact with the bird. Lonely cormorant surveys the sea, indifferent to your approach. I can interact with that boat on the other way. Why can't I talk to this wall?
This is a wall on the side of an apartment building.
No, I'm not gonna mess with that. There's a pallet here. Money. Magnesium. You're welcome, much appreciated. Hopefully soon. Yeah. Also, hey, we finally we finally reached 60 followers. Thank you, Tay. This child is still over here throwing bodies at the rocks. What was I about to say? Throwing rocks at the body. This barrel's a half full of rainwater. That goes down. Woot woot, congratulations. Thank you. Another splattering of bullet holes. What's up here? Can't reach it. I'm sorry, is that... There's a coat there. How would I get up here? If I were to guess, I'd have to get past all the trespass... Why can I not ever English today? I cannot ever English when I'm freaking streaming. Probably past all the protesters over on that side of the freaking building. Chairs and tables eaten by rain and rot. I think that lets me go somewhere. Garden hose. Oh, okay. Well, let's see what these stairs lead me to. Also, box. Always gotta check the boxes. Orange bum hat. More reaction speed, less rhetoric. Alright. Let's head down, I guess. Oh, just a closed door. What about this door? Is this closed?
There must be another way into the building.
Why did you sound so ghostly just now? What the heck? Can't English sometimes too, it's a thing. Yeah. For some reason it only ever happens when I'm streaming. Bottle. How many bottles do I have now?
Hey, up here, piggo.
No, keep that. Also, who's talking to me? You, ma'am?
The streets will flow red once more. A great torrent rushing down Rue de Esperance. You wait and see.
Huh.
The streets will not flow red with anything. Who are you?
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want to know? Date of birth, blood type, the last time I was tested for Hep C.
Don't use that tone with me. I am the law.
Sod off, pig man. Art is above the law.
Why do I have a feeling that you took my gun? Keep looking out for the side. What are you looking at?
The lieutenant furrows his brow at another one of your eccentricisms.
She nods disdainfully towards a woman performing maintenance on the boat docked next to the pier.
Hatred? Disgust? It's difficult to tell which of the two is more present in her girlish features. The woman on the boat does not notice her staring.
That is on her. Someone's got to keep an eye on her.
Ozon is an archipelago 2 days' travel away from Rivershore. Its moneyed residents, used to posh restaurants and upscale boutiques, rarely have reason to visit Martinez.
Oh, so I just got a thing here. Hey, I finally got my crap together. I can go ahead and check the body again. So I mean, yeah, that's good now. We're good. I don't have anything else I can do right now, I think. I still got another hour. I still got like another 2 hours until I remember where my damn house is. Alright. Who is she?
Probably the Wild Pines rep. We should talk to her. She's a professional negotiator, though. I have the feeling she will be very cooperative while telling us nothing.
I see.
You should take the lead. Ask her unexpected questions, you know? Do your thing. Don't be afraid to get a bit wacky. Throwing her off is our best bet.
Of course.
Good idea, piggies. Run along now.
Shut the hell up.
Watch your back.
Yeah, she's not gonna be useful in the slightest.
Volumetric ship compressor.
Huh.
Bizarre scientific news from Rivershore West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness were thought to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not law officials. It remains to be seen how long the shit singularity lasts.
Okay, right. All endurance white checks unlock learning cap for endurance raised to 4. Oh, okay. So I got this done and good now. Alright. So I can go back to the hangman. There's another thing for a trash container. Right, I gotta unlock the trash container, don't I? There's a sleeping dock worker that I have to wake up. Backyard wall, smear and butter. Sort of tracks in the ceiling. Right. So I gotta check this. Can't open it apparently. Cape Side Apartments. Alright. This is a very slow game, but it's still really enjoyable. No more magnesium. I will never die. Alright, well, let's talk to the woman, I guess.
A striking woman leans against the cabin top of her sailing boat, smiling as you approach. Her green raincoat glistens with droplets. A silk scarf is tied around her throat.
Good afternoon, officers. I'm Joyce. Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbor. You gentlemen must be from the RCM.
I'm gonna go ahead and shake her hand.
I'm glad to see you here. I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter, I will, gladly.
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode. Very unusual. But I can assure you of his ultimate competency.
In case you don't know what this medical episode was, to be honest, I don't know it too well myself, but if I were to take a guess, I drank so much alcohol that I gave myself brain damage and memory loss. Because that's apparently a thing that can happen.
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation, and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines group.
You're on a boat.
Why, yes I am.
Not a lot of people on boats, are there?
Of course there are. We're on an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around?
Wait, we're on an archipelago?
Yes, we are. We are on Le Caillou.
Caillou? I thought we were in Revachol.
We are. And the city of Revachol is on the island of Le Caillou.
Huh. Still, I haven't seen anyone else sell a boat around here.
I haven't seen anyone else drive a souped-up Capri Kenema motor carriage either.
Actually, that motor carriage has been specially issued to serve as a patrol and pursuit vehicle. It's for crossing long distances in the greater Revachol industrial harbor. It's not a toy.
Neither is this. A toy, I mean. It's a machine for crossing long distances in the Bay of Revachol, between the city and the islands.
I see.
Good.
Let's see here. You seem rich, can I borrow some money? No, I'm not gonna ask for money. This is not gonna end well. If I start asking people for money, I'm gonna, like, end up in debt. Even more debt than I'm already in. Literally nothing good can come out of that if I ask for money. All I'll do is embarrass myself and probably give myself mental damage, and I have enough of that as is. What can you tell me about this strike?
Everything. Right up to, but not including, trade secrets.
Wait, what if I want to hear about the trade secrets?
First, you'd have to repeal the Emergencies Act of Trade in Aliments. That gives me the right to silence. It's quite the octopus.
An octopus? I will slay it!
Good luck is only kept in place by the vested interests of half the civilized world, including your own.
What the ma'am means is that the Emergencies Act and the RCM both get their authority from the coalition government.
You'd be shooting yourself in the foot, in other words.
Can you rob them? No, well, if I had my gun, I would probably have the option to rob people, but alas, in my drunken stupor that has left me with memory damage, I may or may not have pawned off my gun, and the gun ended up being sold to some woman who is somewhere on this island. I don't know who she is, I don't know where she is, but they have a gun and I don't.
But I am derailing us. You wanted to know about the strike.
And just so you want to know, in case you want to know how bad my freaking memory loss is in this game, I still don't know my own name. Like, the most I've gotten is like my initials, and I don't even remember the last two. I just know that my name starts with an H, so I've just been referring to myself as H.
I hope I can be of help.
What can you tell me about this lynching?
Quite a few things, I'm afraid. The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
Of course.
Of course, ma'am.
Damn it! I don't remember my own name.
I am
God damn it!
Lieutenant Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. And this is my colleague from Precinct 41. I'm afraid he doesn't have his badge at the moment. I hope mine will suffice.
How curious. Why is that, Detective?
Remember when my partner told you I'd recently suffered from an unusual medical episode? My lost badge is related to it.
I see. So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode?
It's possible. After a night of heavy drinking, I lost all memory of my life in the world.
Oh dear. Some kind of encephalopathic amnesia. I don't even know how to respond. I do believe you, naive as that may sound. I simply can't imagine what you gain by faking such a condition.
Pity, probably.
As I said, ma'am, his technique may be very unconventional, but he is an officer of the RCM.
Of course, I sympathize, but I'm afraid...
I need to find my badge!
I've seen that badge.
Hang on. She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement.
How do I negotiate my way out of this?
Feelings will guide you.
God damn it. But madame, I need to know about this lynching. It's very important to me. It's the case I'm solving.
I assure you, it is no small matter for me either. We all share the responsibility for disarming this situation. I hope you have a badge for me as soon as possible.
You have so much else. I only have this. This is the entirety of my existence.
She's silent. The wind flaps the sail above her.
This boat, for example, at a home somewhere, I only have this case.
Officer.
Ah! My brain. I don't remember anything except this lynching. There is only this coast and this lynching.
You know, I don't mean to sound cold, but if you want something, you have to give something back. More than just guilt.
You're doing it. Despite your own best efforts, you're still getting it. Somehow.
I'm gonna take some magnesium real quick.
I'll be frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it to my superiors. They're going to want to see something tangible.
If you say money, I can't afford that. I have $2.55 to my name.
The Union is conducting drug trade out of the harbor. It's an open secret in Martinez. Surely it must not come as a complete surprise to the RCM either. Perhaps it's time to look into it.
Uh-huh.
Or you can find your badge, which honestly seems like a lost cause.
Detective, a word in private before we continue.
Uh-huh. Excuse us for a moment, madame. Yes, Kim.
This is not good. I want you to do it, Detective.
How did you hope it would go?
Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance, and not volunteer us to be her henchman.
Oh, so we're henchmen now.
This woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all along, or she's simply an adept improviser. Either way, we've played straight into her hands.
Would you propose we don't investigate the drug trafficking?
No. If there is reasonable suspicion, we must investigate. Otherwise, she could claim we are siding with the Union, or that we are on their take. We'd never hear the end of it. What I propose is, we ask her, then we investigate, briefly. But do not share the outcome of this investigation with her. We tell her it's done, and demand for her information on the lynching.
We could, find my badge.
Oh, that would be fantastic, but do we have the time? The world is large, and your badge is 8 by 6 centimeters.
The situation might have changed drastically by the time you locate it. Time is of the essence.
You could request a new one from the station, but that would literally take months.
Yeah, I mean, I did try asking my station for help on both who I am, if I can have any money, if they had another gun I could use, and if they could replace my badge somehow. And all 4 of those were responded by the head of my station yelling at me and hoping that I would die. So that didn't really work out too well. Jesus Christ. Like, my man H is not having a good day in the slightest, dude.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Alright, okay, tell me about this alleged drug trafficking.
It's quite straightforward. Someone is using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients from the Samar and Isola into Revachol with the Union's blessing. Wild Pines has suspected it for years.
Uh-huh.
Ingredients for what, ma'am?
Meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL, and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might be quicker to say what you can't make from the stuff.
Let me get this straight. The materials come from Samara to Revachol through the terminal.
Yes. After they clear the terminal, we lose track. The actual production is taking place at various sites in and around Jamrock Quarter, north of here.
Wild Pine seems to be well apprised of the local drug trade, ma'am. Do you mean to say the Union also produces the product? Sells drugs, I mean?
We're in logistics. It's our business to know. And no. As far as the company knows, the Union does not produce it. They transport the ingredients for a cut.
And you want us to investigate?
Yes, but you won't get anything out of Evrat and the Dock Workers Union. Still, every chain has its weak link.
The handoff. The motor lorries at the roundabout.
The lorries.
Precisely. Someone needs to move the ingredients from the harbour into the city. Once they reach Jamrock, they're distributed to a network of local manufacturers well beyond our grasp. But in transit, they're vulnerable. Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now. Interview the drivers who are still hanging about. One of them might be waiting for a crucial shipment. I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you.
Alright, okay, I've made up my... oh, hold on, I haven't even figured that out.
She simply nods.
Of course, just
go. Alright, well, I've certainly got myself into a really stupid situation. If I had my badge, literally all of this would be solved. Apparently I have something in here. I don't know what changed, I'm gonna be for real. I'm really wondering where my badge could be, like genuinely, it could be anywhere on this, what I presume to be an island, but you know, I can't even remember my own name, so God knows how long that's gonna take. Jesus. Why did I have to get myself into this situation? I'm over here trying to investigate a freaking murder, and I decided that now's the best time to have a freaking mental breakdown and erase my entire existence with the use of alcohol. You know, really quick, I'm gonna check in my room again, because, like, I don't have a shirt. I don't know where my shirt went. That's open now. I'll have to check in on that later. Upstairs we go. Yeah, so people actually move around as the day goes on. That's interesting. There's a broken window.
The window stands broken. The morning light hurts.
Yep. There's what was
The
presumably
bed is
my
cold
bed.
and not particularly in.
There's my shirt. I was wondering where it was. There we go. White satin shirt. About freaking time. I totally forgot to just look for my damn shirt the first time I was here. So I got better conceptualization. Oh, wait, hold on. I could, wait, no, it was visual calculus that I needed, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. God damn it. So yeah, I got a shirt now, so I'm not just walking around shirtless everywhere. I still don't know why I don't want to go into that door. I already got my shoe, so yeah. Alright, well, let's check through this area, I suppose. What's this? Oh, hey. More drugs. Okay, let's go ahead in here. Plate. Dishes are drying, the smell of chemicals and pine trees. Oh. The aroma of spices, alcohol, and tomato hangs in the air.
A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Whirling's cook. As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make out are Garancy and Kubek. Okay, it's definitely not his name. Whatever you do, please don't call him Garancy Kubek. Please. It's not funny.
It's a little funny, you have to admit. That being said, I agree. Hello, sir. Got time for a few questions?
The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air.
You got some impressive pots there.
He smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his pots in turn. It's almost like music, especially with the sounds of assorted dishes boiling and simmering on the stove.
I don't think I need anything else. Stay masculine. Let's talk to the door.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue. You immediately feel drawn to the color. Blue is for mystery.
I wonder where this door leads.
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads?
Out of duty, we may find something pertinent to the investigation.
Yes. I suppose it's worth seeing if we can get in. Just to be thorough.
Yeah, some mini side investigation.
Gart is the person to ask about this. The cafeteria manager.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I gotta talk to this guy again. Find a way into the secret passage.
Can I help you?
I saw another thing at the Whirling.
Another thing. Great. I love those.
There's a mysterious blue steel door in the back of the kitchen.
Oh, yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door.
Do you know what's behind it? Do you have...
No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just a frit warehouse, probably. Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
I think you'd like to know what's back there.
Fine, okay, a little.
That's when
But
people
my
die,
job
being
doesn't leave me
curious.
time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage. So I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key, so good luck with that. Yes?
Alright, well, right. I still owe this guy money. I forget how much. How much money do I owe? It doesn't even tell me. I don't even know how much money I owe this guy. Okay, well, I guess let's talk to these people. Yes.
A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes.
I am the law.
You sure are, my man.
Yes. People get that you are the law. You really don't have to keep saying it.
What's going on here?
It's the jam, my man.
What's the jam?
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days. Upon days.
Limbo, huh? So that's where I am.
Yeah, exactly.
It's official. He too agrees. This is the antechamber of the afterlife.
So, how long have you been here?
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
Extravagantly phrased, but I can roll with it.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already. So tell me, what do you need?
What are you hauling anyway?
Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
Wicked. I always wanted a friend in the underworld.
Ha! No, I'm joking, my man. Found runs a nice, clean business. This haul of cargo is mostly sporting goods. You know, tracksuits and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grodd and the Occident. though we've been making headway in the Il Moran market lately.
So nothing illegal then?
Not unless they've illegalized sports equipment while I was on the road.
I guess I can't really get much out of this guy.
Don't be a stranger.
I think I already talked to him the last time I played, but if I'm being for real, much like H here, I don't remember. Big horse. Oh, there's like a little... I can step there. Okay.
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods.
What is this?
A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, "I am Philip III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revachol, son of Philip II, the opulent, father of Philip IV, the insane." Not a good track record of mental health in that family.
What did this king do?
Even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Philip was known for his profligacy.
In what way?
Well, he blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers, the suzerain of Revachol. His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy. During the anti-centennial revolution, an end to his family line and the monarchy on the Insulindian Isola.
Okay, so how did he manage to blow through the entire national treasury?
Stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber, where he stored unfathomable wealth. Krugerrands, bars of gold, ornate weaponry, armor, and various chalices. He called it the Sol Aurum. It was obscene. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers, like some obese dragon, instead of a bed, like a normal person.
Wait, really? There is no way that is true.
But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction.
The what now?
You see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry. He was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy.
Okay.
Not just any nose candy, though. We're talking Royal Philippian Blow, allegedly twice as potent as the stuff you find nowadays, and purple. Philippian cocaine was purple.
So he was addicted to nose candy, a bloated druggie.
That's what the revolutionaries said 150 years later, right before they emptied out the royal mausoleum and dumped His Majesty's mortal remains in the Insulindian Bay.
This is a lot to process.
His Majesty's courtiers said it helped him connect with the higher realms.
Alright, well, where is he buried now?
Beneath the cold waters of the Insulindian Bay, thrown there by the revolutionaries after they cleaned out the royal mausoleum.
And what happened to the statue?
The original was blown apart by communards, then further damaged during the landing of the coalition's airships during the turn-of-the-century revolution, when Martinez was leveled. Most historians think the coalition's hasty landing may have ultimately saved the statue. If the communards had more time, they would have reduced it up to even finer pieces.
Huh, and who restored it?
Some years ago, a group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals, designers mostly, thought it would be ironic to restore the statue of the most wasteful ruler of Revachol in the poorest part of the city.
Huh.
The statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time, a rare butterfly trapped in amber, floating on a sea of shit.
Oh, well, that's brilliant.
People in Martinez tend to disagree, as do many prominent art critics and thought leaders with more nuanced social awareness than the young ironists. Philip III, the Squanderer, however, with his bronze face up in the air, doesn't seem concerned about what the hoi polloi think of him in death.
I really wonder who the narrator for this game is, because freaking guy's got some talent. There's a shirt that I thought I already had. Right, okay, I remember now. I wanted to restart because frickin' I accidentally I missed the frickin' shot on getting the corpse down, and I wanted to frickin' do it, so I decided to save scum.
The small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her hands, and there is a warm smile on her face. The photo, an ambrotype from the turn of the century, as golden as her smile. It's the warmth of a winter night's fire. Maybe she could give you comfort and shelter, some cigarettes, and food money. Maybe she's your...
She's definitely not my grandma. Excuse me, ma'am, I'd like to ask some questions.
No response. Wherever this woman is, your words fail to reach her.
Well, best to not disturb her. How long until I remember where my frickin' house is? Still got another hour and 2 minutes. Frickin'... Damn this stupid frickin' brain damage of mine. I'd be so much better if I wasn't brain damaged. I just noticed how frickin' low poly the models are. Not that it's a bad thing. I think it fits in with this game's art style. Ooh, can I steal from here? Can I commit crime? Yes, I can. $4. Foreign car. Ooh, money on the ground. Gimme, gimme. Yoink. Right, I forgot this is happening over here. Really quick, what's my... Where the hell is my mental stuff? There it is. I think it was... What was it? Physical instrument? Yeah, it was physical instrument that I wanted to level up because, I want to kick the crap out of some guy up here. Ooh, money. Hold on. Money's more important than anything else. Yeah, same, buddy. Alright, let's, go ahead and grab this over here. It's more magnesium. I was hoping there was money in there. Money or bottles, which I can turn into money. Riech. Yeah, that's what I could tell. Let's talk to this guy.
Bastards! We have a right to work!
The man yells towards the harbor gates. His voice is the loudest of the lot, and oddly screechy for a man of his size. I am the law.
Yes. People get that you are the law. You really don't have to keep saying it.
Is he gonna get pissed at me if I keep saying it?
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
The broad-shouldered alpha male turns to you. He's a full head taller than everybody else here.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
No.
Good. We're fighting for a cause here. Right to work! Right to work! Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
Regardless, I have some questions for you.
Maybe you should ask them the questions. Like, why we're not allowed to make a living here. Shame on you! We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
He points his finger at the man sitting on the railing up there.
So do we, Scott.
What exactly is your goal here?
We were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gate.
And you are unable to breach the entrance.
Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open. Could try to get in through the secretary's office. Door's locked. The guard's blocking the way to the access panel. And I don't mean the scrawny nest punk either. I mean head measurer. Or whatever he is.
Wait, head measurer?
Huge Seminese guy standing up there on the overhead passage. Won't let anyone by. The access panel is right behind him.
How bad could one guy be? You seem capable.
Bad. Standing on a narrow bridge, he's got a strategically advantageous position. and is trained. I don't know how the Union has a trained killer up there, but that one's no joke, and my men are tired and hungry. They're workers, not fighters.
Have you considered storming in, like all of you?
Why don't you go arrest them instead? I'm sure they've done plenty of criminal shit. They have that look.
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home, at least for now, if you can't get in anyway.
No! They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then we charge.
Well, I would want to get in the harbor too.
Have fun. Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. I'm trying to meet their fat boss.
I'm interviewing people about a murder that took place here behind the hostel cafeteria there.
I know nothing about a murder.
Absolutely nothing.
Wouldn't put it past these harbor bugs. They'd do anything to stay alive. Right to work!
This
It's
really...
shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open up the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime.
I mean, this isn't really my area of expertise.
We are not picking a side in this just yet, sir.
Pity. Let us!
Alright, I think we got it. I'm gonna go ahead and turn in my bottles so I can have at least a little bit more money.
The tear machine
Yep.
Your bottles clunk.
$1.50.
What you should do with that
No, shut up, electrochemistry. I'm not buying alcohol. Alcohol got me into this mess. I'm not going to get back in. I'm not doing it. I am not doing it. You can piss right off. Alright, well, let's get through here. I never actually... Really? I never looked at
a
this.
set of tire tracks
Oh,
in the
right.
brown slush that covers the
I have to put
plaza.
skill points into visual calculus for this. Alright. Well, at the very least, let's get back to investigating the body. I hope I can shoot it down this time.
What do you see?
8 footprints, 8 pairs. Right, I remember that. Right, let's save the game in case I need to save scum some more. Yeah. Alright.
There, he still is.
Let's
looking
do this.
right. As you breathe,
Hey, there we go.
The odor comes over you. It's a spell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your hands at your sides and your eyes squinting, you stand in it.
Do they always do that?
They do after 7 days, yes. We are deep in decomposition here.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enamel boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins, and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength.
Yeah, I'm gonna be for real. I completely forgot about this part, so I'm gonna look at everything again.
The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them. Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you, out of place somehow.
Yeah, it looks like something you'd see like a futuristic fighter or a futuristic soldier wear.
These are clearly not boots. They're armor, possibly part of a larger set.
These aren't just boots, are they? Yeah, they're armor.
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots.
What kind of armor is this exactly?
Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be.
Where?
Under the hill. Fairweather. Fairweather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff.
And what happened to the rest of it?
The locals probably scavenged it. It would be odd if he had more on after 7 days.
Right, but why not take the boots as well?
We should keep a lookout for these species. The armor could yield information. This is one thing he might actually know.
Maybe he was just wearing these boots and there was no rest of his armor?
No, I think he had something precious underneath the clothes. They had to remove the jeans and shirts we found to get to it. And this kind of armor is often worn under fabrics.
Huh, alright.
Nice. That makes sense.
And what if they told him to strip before they hung him? To demean him?
They usually hang them completely naked for that. La puta madre, the Mazda, the Besmerties, and the like. This one still has his underpants.
Fucking talking about underpants.
Shut the hell up, Kuno. Knock on the boot.
A small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup. Suddenly, your biceps coil up. Your elbow is sharp and cocked for a punch.
Sounds fragile.
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally, from plate to plate, dissipating it entirely. See?
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them altogether. Like the scales of some ancient white monster, cracked and pearly.
The material looks out of place here.
It is. It's expensive.
The lieutenant draws a line in the condensation on the ceramic with his index finger.
We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics.
How much are we talking about?
For a full set, about 4 years of wages.
Good lord.
For the northwest region of Revachol, an officer's average yearly income is 5,500 real.
Wait, my yearly pay is
adjusted for rank.
my yearly pay is 5,500 real.
Not too much, yes.
Ah, pathetic. I need to hustle more and hate less.
I have no idea what that means.
How can this man afford such expensive hardware?
That's for us to find out. My initial report on the area suggests he was a security guard for the Harbor Company. But that's just hearsay.
You look pretty advanced for a security guard, though.
I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford.
I'm not gonna pull the boot off because remember that Kim didn't like that. Said that the leg would fall off or something.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremity. The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch. This is a steel-reinforced cargo lashing belt, big brother of the regular cargo belt. It's used for tying cargo under 6-rotor airships. Oh my, there's something on the belt. A familiar word that speaks to the thirst within you.
What was that? A word?
Vermilion, in yellow letters, along the length of the twisting cargo belt. Only a deep
Jesus
line
Christ. They want everything wants me to get drunk. I should have freaking known when it said electrochemistry.
fading logo of the local brewery.
This is a bad time for a drink, right?
Extremely.
Don't ask me how I know, but this is a lashing belt used for airlifting cargo.
Airlifting? I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them.
Apparently this is the reinforced kind for air transport. My brain tells me so.
The local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they use whatever was on hand, without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves.
We're assuming dock workers from the harbor did it then.
The brief suggested as much, politically motivated by the ongoing strike. Did you not get a briefing?
My past has undergone total annihilation. Nothing remains. My mother, the love of my life, certainly not a briefing.
Okay, you should ask me for one the first moment we get.
Please and thank you. They sure wanted him to stay up there. The rope is reinforced with steel wiring.
I was afraid it would be. Thin steel wiring, parallel strands. This makes getting him down more problematic than I had assumed.
How did they even get him up there?
A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around.
Did they climb using the kid's ladder?
That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle.
The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt, limbs limp and torso covered in tattoos. An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart. His corpse is marked by stars,
Will mine be marked by?
alcohol, and heartbreak.
Right, I forgot. I think part of the reason why I might have drunken myself to amnesia is that, I think H might have gotten divorced by his wife or something. At least that's what I assumed from the really vague intro that this game had. So maybe he got divorced by his wife and then did all this.
Your fist clenches suddenly.
I will be riddled with disco.
Decay is creeping on the tattoo. Already, most of the canvas that's holding it has darkened. Now, it disintegrates slowly, letting out a stink.
Is this a map of the night sky?
A map of the stars. I do see some similarity to astronomical charts. Great Century Messinian, maybe. But this seems more particular. Customized somehow.
As if someone left out most of the night sky, filtering it through personal choice. The principle of this filter remains unknown to you. The thought dissipates, and you feel as though you were only half right.
I'm missing something here.
So am I.
He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears. Some sort of camera.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
An instant color camera.
He produces two metal-capped ampules and clicks them into place on the side of the apparatus. A thin slot shines there.
I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
He points the camera at the corpse, peering into it. The lens needs adjusting. Then...
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
So we got moment. Flow... No, LFD... LFD standard.
In case we need it.
The lieutenant says and shakes a paper, letting it dry in the cold wind. On it, a color-perfect copy of the dead man's tattooed chest. Cool machine.
Yes. It is pretty cool, isn't it?
So, what do we need this photo for?
It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter. To us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around.
Can I have it? I should look at it later without the corpse smell.
Sure. Just don't lose it.
Thank you.
The glossy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute and his skin as colorful as the chemical rainbow on the photo.
How do we get him down?
Sure we finish the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
Alright.
The cadaver slowly, his eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There is no one home, just subaquatic terrors there. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable
I remember
mess.
this. It made me talk to him, kind of, when he was dead. I think. Also, hi, Ginger is my job. I am not Tay. I am Hatman. Nice to meet you. Yeah, I'm a friend of Tay. Nice to see you here.
The corpse
Alright.
looks right through you as you distance yourself
Yep.
from.
The preliminary is done.
The steel-reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt.
I got an idea. Throw the chain cutters.
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting the airship strength material.
Now let's level up physical instrument. I want to punch things. Alright, well, let's go ahead and save one last time. I cannot save. Maybe we can shoot him down.
Yeah! Bang bang time, pig!
How?
Just shoot the belt. Shoot the belt. The bullets will break it.
It absolutely will not, officer. That's not how physics work. It will maybe cut one thread loose.
Yeah,
Now we're talking. Entertain the Kuno.
Shut up, Kuno.
They'll miss. The pigs will miss Kuno.
Wait, let me try.
The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He appears too deep in concentration to even notice what you said.
Take the shot, Lieutenant. What's the worst thing that could happen?
I'll blow his head off.
Okay, and?
Take it. Take the shot.
Yeah, take the shot.
Shut up, Kuno.
With his elbow
I'm annoyed at this
the
kid.
lieutenant unzips his jacket and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks. That's a Kiel A9090 Armistice, mass-produced muzzle loader, ascetic, frugal, one of the most common firearms in the world.
I do find it rather interesting that, there's like a lot of conflicting technology here, because we have these we have airships, apparently, we have cars of a very interesting design, but, apparently, this guy has a muzzle loader that needs a paper cartridge in order to fire. And not only that, but it also has a, you know, the stick that you would, put down a musket's barrel to stuff the bullet in. I find that oddly interesting.
He then steps back and assumes the fellow's position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger.
Okay, Kim, you're supposed to fire at the belt, not at the tree. Kim, the belt's over there, buddy. Kim. Kim, I think you need to get new glasses, buddy. Alright, let's just say nothing.
He's gonna fucking miss.
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts in the air as the lieutenant steps back and says to himself,
God damn it.
What? Are you mad that you missed, Kim? You were aiming up here. He was, like, shooting at the frickin', like, birdhouse.
A lot of things were wrong with that shot. The fellow's test was the wrong choice. His shoulders were raised, but above all, he cannot trust his eyesight.
Fucking idiot. Mookabat ass.
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
That's okay, man.
Kuno's sorry too. Kuno feels sorry for the Beano Clad.
What?
The lieutenant doesn't say a word, just looks at the gun in his hand.
Try again, maybe?
No, we are lucky as it is. We didn't break anything, and the victim remains uncompromised. Any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate position with the locals. We have eyes on us. I didn't do us any favors with that.
I know.
I have to say, it's beginning to look...
You know, you don't feel like too bad of a shot yourself.
Yeah, can I have the gun?
As bad as it is. Us shooting firearms like punks.
He pauses, then shrugs and proceeds to load the pistolet.
Go ahead. I'm not stopping you. Just don't lose it.
Yay, we finally have acquired...
We only have one gun.
We have acquired a gun.
Banana poika.
Feel the weight first.
The cold piece of bakelite and gun.
I'm gonna ignore those two kids yelling at me, because I'm gonna be for real, they're incredibly annoying.
The guard, instinctively resting on the trigger.
The fuck are you waiting for, Kuno? Tell him to
Yeah, you see what I mean? Like, frickin' Jesus. Alright, point it.
Comes into focus in your sights. You stand with your feet planted firmly in the ground and your left hand supporting your gun arm.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth?
Shut up.
Or what? You gonna fuck me?
What?
You wanna fuck me, pig?
Pull the damn trigger.
It's about.
Yeah! Oh, that went a lot better than last time.
Pieces coming loose with a whir.
I'm gonna be quiet, but I'll be here. No, that's okay, Ginger. I appreciate that you're here.
With your hand numb from the recoil, you look at the body slump down. For a moment, the man appears to kneel in front of you, looking straight at you, helpless, trapped within itself.
Who killed you?
Communism.
What? I'm gonna be for real. I forgot that I could talk to the corpse, but I don't remember it saying that communism killed him. What the hell?
It takes a millisecond for the association to flash within your cortex. You have no idea where it's coming from. Only that it's right.
Okay.
Then the rigor in his muscles gives up, and he smashes sideways into the spring mud, letting out a horrid stench.
You have been policed.
Aces high.
Hey!
The Aces High, a custom invented by the aerostatic brigades during the revolution, is used to celebrate success in Revachol, especially in sports. The gesture is spread across the world, despite the defeat of the revolutionaries themselves.
High five!
Hot to perform the customary salutation. The palm works from the slap. It's precise and down to the point.
Okay, it's... I already knew that Kim was like in the wrong position for this based on the fact that he was aiming at the birdhouse instead of the belt. But I didn't realize we would all... I didn't realize that the H would also just like slap at the air. Oh man.
I knew these guys were...
Shut the hell up. I'm not saying that. No, we're not.
Officer, let's keep our attention on the victim.
What now?
We will perform a field autopsy and determine the cause of death. But before... Excuse me.
He needs to turn away from the corpse.
It looks like I feel like taking a break from the stench. I'm sorry to interrupt the jubilations here. Just a little breather before we do the autopsy.
Alright, here's a gun.
In the meantime, we should try to interview Evrard Claire, the leader of the Union. Harbor property was clearly used in the hanging. The harbor just east of here. Getting in might prove a challenge, though.
Yeah.
I would also suggest we interview Joyce, the Wild Pines representative. But we've already done that, so good for us. One down, one to go.
Is this the famous list of initial interviews?
Yes. And those were the interviewees. Let's go.
Alrighty. Well, lots of things just happened. First of all, I have Aces High, which I can do now. How do I... Right. Oh, Jesus Christ. Sorry. I need to unlock another one of these. I don't know how. I think I level up and unlock it. Aces High. 1 empathy towards Kim Kutsuragi. The Insulidian... Oh, here I go, not Englishing again. Welcome back to another episode of Hatman Kent English, episode Disco Elysium. The Insulindian Civil War was not the first war to see the use of aerostatic aircraft on both sides, but it was the longest. For 8 years, folded multi-rotor aircrafts crisscrossed the air above Revachol, Ozone, Face à la Mer, and the Arcade Islands. They made sweeps over sandy beaches and shot at each other out of the blue sky, then sank as wrecks to the bottom of the sea. The Aces High was a custom on the revolutionary side, performed by his squadron mates after the landing. Lieutenant Kitsuragi likes it. Why is that? Well, I have a photo of this, and I have my crowbar still. Alright, well, since we need to take a second for Kim to... Actually, can we just do it now?
The rotting man lies on his side, with his eyes looking straight through you. The belt is still around his neck. His body is supine and open to intrusion. By autopsy, the lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
First, what exactly is a field autopsy?
Come on, officer. You know what a field autopsy is. You've done 100 of them.
Kim, you seem to have forgotten that I have lost all memory of my life and existence.
What you do know is, at 18.9 kilometers, the dormant shield volcano, Corpus Muindi, is the world's highest summit, and the failure of the 38 single, Et puis descend, to crack the top 20 was the death knell of disco. But what a field autopsy is, you have no idea.
Right. It did mention something where, like, it's like a... okay, so, for some reason, a lot of... I think all of these will, a lot of these are bad in excess, from what I can tell. I've already noticed it a little bit with Physical Instrument, but basically, if you have a stat way too high, it ends up affecting you way too much. So, like, for example, at high levels, physical instrument breaks doors, chains, and bones, and it makes you laugh at the namby-pansies who can't. You'll be manned up, encouraging others to curl iron until they're manned up too. At low levels, however, you'll have a hard time arresting anyone who isn't infirm or already dead. Indeed, engaging in physical confrontations can leave you in either state. Yeah, or, for example, when it comes to... Let's see, where is it? Encyclopedia. At high levels, Encyclopedia shares its wealth of knowledge to an almost overwhelming degree. While it may give you crucial breakthroughs, it will more often clutter your mind with useless tidbits. So that's what this is. While it did succeed, technically, it just gave me a bunch of information that has nothing to do with what we're talking about. Do you have another pair of gloves?
Unfortunately, no.
Alright, I'll take it like a man.
And hygienically?
Yes.
I suggest I handle the physical part of the autopsy, and you take notes.
We just fill this in, right?
That's right.
Hey. Got a skill point. Let me go ahead and... Ah, that's how I do it. Yeah. Alright, and then we put the aces high in this one. No, aces high, internalize that. Alright. So that's going now. Let's open our field ledger.
The dead man stares in silence as you crack open the ledger. The bright red paper is covered in boxes and lists, describing the condition of his skin and organs in 3 parts.
So why is this like this? Can't level up, I got something to internalize.
Above those, an 11-field info form needs filling out first. It begins with
1. Assistant.
That's you.
I'll just put my initials. Yeah, HDB.
The corpse is indifferent to your scribblings. Just lies there. The next box says
2. Coroner's case number.
KK57-0803.0815.
KK equals Kim Kitsuragi. 57 equals Precinct 57, followed by his date 0803 and time of arrival 0815 on the scene. He's indexed the case after himself, not you.
I mean, fair enough. I was here for God knows how long and ended up losing all my memories, so I think he's more qualified for this than I am.
Next.
Name.
Next.
Date of birth.
NA.
Age.
Roughly 50.
Around 50.
The corpse looks ageless, like meat on a hook.
Did you just give me another thing to, Oh no, I got the lonesome long way home. I think I remember where my house is. Yay! I'll have a place to sleep tonight. Alright, race.
Mondial.
The pudgy mess of curdled meat looks neither mondial nor anything other.
Sex.
Fucky.
Shut the hell up!
Male.
Pigs can have sex.
Male.
Nor does he look male, with his pregnant belly and indistinguishable face.
Date of death.
We're still going with March 4th. 51.
4/3/51.
What else?
Um.
9. Body identified by is non-applicable. 10. Case number is the same as the coroner's case.
KK 57 0503.
Alright, evidence of treatment?
None. At least not after the initial examination.
I'm not so sure. Didn't the footprints look like he was carried over?
They'd have to have incapacitated and carried him over. This man was more than a match for untrained dog walkers.
Places his hand on the dead man's chest as if in preparation.
Your central nervous system recognizes this gesture. It's the stations of the breath. Ecclesiastic, religious in nature, a holdout from pre-DeLorean burial rites. It takes him 2 seconds to perform. Then, somewhere in Jamrock North, a small wood shed behind Rosencrantz Row, Lieutenant Nick Feuerbach puts his hand to the chest of a small corpse, no larger than a monkey. It's raining outside, light drizzle.
What?
There's darkness in the shed.
What?
Elsewhere yet, an obese female sits in a wicker chair, her silhouette bull-like against the window. Outside, Grand Coudon. The day is turning dim for Sergeant Mac Dawson. Hand extended, he approaches, to make sure she is dead more than anything else. And so, all across Jamrock, Coal City, GRIH. 42 deceased persons found today. 42 stations of breath.
I'm so confused.
We should start the post-mortem.
Alright.
The corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings.
Alright, external examination, summary.
Red clothes. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babrodine, I think. Let's see.
He turns the body onto his side to check the underwear label.
See, it's happening.
Oh, God.
Babrodine, yes. Inexpensive. Size M. Color white.
The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing was expecting something more lurid.
The boots are ceramic, vitreous enamel. They are fused to his skin from blood flowing downward post-mortem. Removal of the boots is left for processing. Tattoos.
He stands up, feet planted on either side of his body.
The upper torso is covered in a single, continuous tattoo, resembling a map of the night sky. It reaches from the right shoulder to the heart. The ink is blue and white. The assistant has a color photograph of the markings, to be added to the case files as document A1. The photo is taken on the scene, using a Trigat Mini. The deceased has a belt for airlifting cargo around his neck, tied with a hangman's knot. Color yellow. Length 3 meters. There is a buckle on the other end. Well nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.8 meters. Generally consistent with age, about 50. Preservation is good. Ambient temperature below freezing. Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short.
Write it down.
Lividity is consistent with hanging. The head is congested. Contusions are present on the head, chest, and thighs. Consistent with stones thrown post-mortem. Low velocity.
Fucking low velocity? You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was fucking max.
Can you, like, go home and frickin' shut up?
Talking shit about Kuno's velocity.
Shut up!
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest. Consistent with predation. Ligature mark.
The lieutenant produces a small folding knife. With the other hand pulling on the belt, he starts cutting into the polyester. The stench is horrid. After a while, it's obvious the material cannot be cut.
The steel wiring. There's too much of it. We need to remove the belt so we can get to the ligature mark.
May I try?
It's no use. We should get chain cutters. You can try with them. I have a pair in the toolbox of my kinema.
Alright, let's go get them.
Damn corpse. We had a good rhythm going.
Alright, let's see if I remember where my house is.
Here we go. Home awaits. Walk past Station 41 and through the market, past the Boogie Street spearhead to the other side of the lake, the frozen eye at the center of the district. Then past the video rental store on the corner. There, at the end of a street lined with pine trees, a small house no larger than a matchbox. 11 Voyager Road. You no longer live there. Those times are gone. And so are those people. Why did you come here? Why are you still here? And where's the dealer? You have to get back to work. That's all you have now.
Alright, so I know where I used to live. My perception, learning cap for perception raised to 5. Speed gives 1 sight. What, like the drug speed, or what? Alright, well I know where I used to live now. That's totally useful. Alright, I gotta get the chain cutters from the kinema. You wait here. You should have probably waited there, Kim, so that these kids don't frickin' like tamper with the body. But alright. Alright, kinema time.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and
Real quick, I
the
gotta
soft
check something
glow
with, like,
of the fuel preheater gauge.
I don't know if it's just my phone saying this, but it keeps on going like back and forth between 1 to 4 viewers, and I don't know if that's my frickin' thing being all weird. Glad you found your home now. Well, I mean, I don't think it is my home. It's where I used to live, as far as I can tell. And it's, clearly, it's not a place where I can live anymore. I know it's a dockable window, OBS. Stats? Is that where it is? Oh, Twitch does that for everyone, I think. They're just confused. You got this. Thank you, Ginger. It's my activity feed that I'm looking for? Where the hell? It's like there's a thing that can tell me... Ah, there we go. Yeah, so it is just... It is for viewers. We're still good. Alright. Let's grab the toolbox.
A metallic drawer slides out from under the seat
and
clicks.
Take
the handles are long.
no, let's take the
It's
flashlight while
robust.
we're here.
Lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss. Pull out toolbox.
I do like Kim's car, by the way. I'm not a very big car person, but I can tell that this is a really freaking cool design. Alright, chain cutters in my right hand. I swear to God, if those kids are tampering with the frickin' evidence. Yeah, but does that to me every time. Eh.
The rotting man. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Alright. Now that we have the chain cutters, let's cut the belt.
Mm-hmm. Cut with as much precision as you can, please.
See, my pig is gonna fuck his head off.
Jeez. I'm so sick of these kids.
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
Let's look for a good spot to cut.
The belt is equally tight around the whole
Alright, let's just go for
of
it.
his neck. You
Oh,
turn the
what?
cutters right under the knot. That seems like a smart idea. Yeah, somewhere there. Already, they're buried deep in the man's flesh. The lieutenant looks by, somewhat worried as you summon power words to your aid.
Rotate some more.
A really, really bad...
Alright, enough. Cut some.
Yeah, fuck him. Fuck that fat.
Told you my pig was.
I should have a go first. I think I have a strategy.
Yeah, please.
He sinks the cutters into the knot, preparing to perform the cuts, with his elbow to his knee for precision. Yes, that's much better form than you had.
Yeah, even though I had like a 72% chance to land that, of course I didn't.
Snap. The knot is slashed. Another cut, and the belt falls apart like a flower bouquet, revealing the dead man's neck and the dark red ligature mark around it.
Here.
Ah, thank you. He hands you the chain cutters back and then kneels closer to the body, running his finger along the dark red groove until he comes to a gap.
The rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck, on the nape.
As it ought to. This is where its grip on the curdled meat is gentlest, pulling up.
Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. The mark is well pronounced, consistent with a drop from 1 or 1.5 meters.
Write it down.
Chest is intact, normal contour. Abdomen is protuberant, pelvis intact, genitalia...
No!
Shut up, Kuno!
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury.
Write it down to move on.
Back is symmetrical and intact. Upper and lower extremities are intact, but asymmetrical. There are combat injuries on the right hand, thigh, and hip. In addition, I see smaller, residual scars, too numerous to count, covering about 30% of his skin. Last item, hands.
Let the lieutenant work alone.
Hands are clean. No sign of a recent struggle.
Were we expecting any?
I was. Maybe I'm just not seeing them. Honestly, this stench is making it hard for me to think at the moment. Ooh.
He turns his
That's
side...
all for the external. Well done. What next?
He turns to the side to breathe. It's not enough. He buries his face in the sleeve of his jacket. You hear a muffled noise. I feel like this isn't going to be able to be done here, but... 2, internal examination summary.
Central nervous system. I have nothing. Do you have anything on this man's central nervous system?
You don't even have a joke.
Nope.
Musculoskeletal. Purge fluid is coming from the mouth. Not injury related. Eyes and tongue protuberant. Hyoid bone. Let's see.
With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand on the dead man's throat and begins to massage it. Gently, a rotting smell erupts from the mouth, purge fluid runs down his lips, black and viscous.
Positively disgusting.
Yeah, jack that.
Shut up!
The hyoid bone is fractured. The rest of the musculoskeletal system is intact. Unremarkable. Respiratory system.
Back hunched as if in prayer, he begins to pry open the dead man's jaws. He stops to exert more force. Both hands are used.
Oral cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received dental implants, possibly after a combat wound. Mouth swollen. Hemorrhaging present in mucosa of the lips and mouth. Hepatobiliary. NA.
Why? Don't we have anything?
Are you a hepatobiliary expert?
I don't think so.
Neither am I.
And that's it?
That's it.
Okay.
Same for toxicology and serology. NA. Cardiovascular. The body exhibits lividity in the lower extremities, feet, hands, and neck. Visually consistent with the hanging. Gastrointestinal.
He breathes a sigh of approaching relief. This is the last field on the list. He looks around to the ground, the pool of feces there.
This will do.
Digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila.
Write down, keep the voila.
What's next on the list?
Description of injuries, summary.
Let's see. We have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck. You'll need 3 fields. Leave a 4th one too.
What about the injuries we have inflicted?
Oh, so we inflicted them?
Okay, I inflicted.
Okay, so there's an incision on the thorax from a chain cutter. I wouldn't mention it. Better not to muddy the water.
I agree. The waters are muddy enough.
See? These pigs are fucking...
Shut up!
Why don't you...
Shush!
Now, injuries.
I hate these kids. Alright, bite marks.
Head, chest, and scalp bite mark injuries. Predation by birds has caused damage to the body. Odontologist does not need to be consulted. And your opinion, officer?
Non-fatal post-mortem.
Agreed. Next injury?
Contusions.
So, the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury. A stone. The injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory response. The perpetrator on the scene has confessed to causing it post-mortem.
At maximum velocity, fucko!
Shut up.
Has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity.
Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest, where the countless stones have hit the dead
Non-fatal
man
post-mortem.
beneath.
Right. Next.
Now the ligature mark.
A dark red abraded ligature mark encircling the neck, with a gap on the nape measuring, let's say, 7 centimeters. The hyoid bone is fractured, the cervical column intact. I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter. No signs of clawing on the neck.
Below the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side. The ring around his neck is visible.
Opinion, fatal injury.
That's it. We have established cause of death. It's not much, and it leaves much to be questioned. But it's a start. Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over.
A small plastic roll from his bag. A body bag. First, how did it go?
Well, we established probable cause of death. Some would say that's the goal of an autopsy.
What else?
We were thorough with the list of injuries, too. We described them all in detail. What is there to say? Given the circumstances, it was a professional field autopsy.
Alright.
Oh yeah, well done, Master Detective. Maybe a drink is in order?
No, we are not having a drink! We are not going back into alcoholism. That's what got me into this mess. I am going to get out of this mess a sober man, and I will not accidentally destroy my mind for presumably a second time.
I need a copy of that autopsy form. Then I will drive him to Faubourg.
Rip out a copy.
For processing.
He looks at the dead man one more time, then at the slip of red paper in his hand, then at the corpse again.
You tilt your head, also looking at the corpse.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna even try. Let's bag him, take him away.
Okay. I need a little help for carrying him to the holding pen of my kinema. I can take care of the rest.
Really quick, I'm gonna... No. I'm gonna upgrade my... I don't know what I should upgrade. Save our fare is absolutely awful right now, I might as well. Alright, then what?
It's too late to take him into processing today. I'll take him first thing tomorrow.
Back the corpse in, drag it to the monitor carriage. The monitor carriage. Ah, we're just gonna be doing this all day, huh? Alright, well, at the very least, we got the autopsy done. Alright.
Yes?
So, no, let's actually talk about Kim. I want to talk about you.
Me?
Yes, you.
I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation.
Well, we'll work better together if we have more rapport.
That's a fair point. Alright, for the good of the investigation, what do you want to know?
You're wearing glasses.
That's correct.
That makes him a Binoclad. Completely uncut material, if you say so yourself.
I'm not gonna call him that because that sounds like a slur. Glasses are cool.
Are they? They are mostly just cumbersome.
I mean, personally, me, Hatman, myself, I do think glasses are cool because I used to have to wear them when I was a kid. I mean, I technically should still be wearing them, but I just don't nowadays because I see fine without them. Yeah.
You could use a good, normal pair yourself.
Yeah, maybe some sunglasses. You don't look like other people around here.
That's because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. My father's father was from Seoul. So was my grandmother, but from my mother's side.
What is
It's
Seoul?
not an interesting topic. It's a part of the world, officer. A geopolitical entity, and a geographic division. I told you it wouldn't be interesting.
You're only making it sound uninteresting. I still want to know more about Seoul.
You're barking up the wrong tree. I don't speak a word of Seolite. I've never met either one of my grandparents, and I've never been to Seoul. I'm a regular Revacholier.
Do you ever talk with yourself?
What do you mean?
You know, like when you're thinking, do you ever have conversations with, like, your brain?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
So, how do you... So you're saying your brain never just chimes in with any advice or warnings or anything?
I can't say that it does, no. When I need to think, I just use my notebook.
The lieutenant produces his small blue notebook and idly thumbs through a few pages.
I wear glasses, I'm blind without them almost. I can't see past the end of my nose without my glasses. That used to be the case for me as well. But weirdly enough, I think when I was around like 11 years old back in... No, I wasn't 11 years old. I was like older than that. I forget when exactly, but sometime during middle school, I realized that I was able to see the whiteboard better without my glasses than with them. So I kept on wearing them during school days, and on the weekends I'd stop wearing them. And eventually, like, the next school semester, I just flat out stopped wearing them altogether. Yeah, a few years back, though, we did go to a, I did go to a checkup for my eyes, and it turns out they're still not perfect. They still have slight issues. So that meant that I should have to wear glasses again. That being said, I haven't, because I hadn't worn glasses in years, and it felt weird. So yeah, I still have the glasses case on my desk right now, actually. What's last time it got better for you? Mine didn't. For my case in particular, it was really weird because I used to have a lazy eye, and I had like 4 surgeries to try and fix it, and none of them worked. And like I said, one day I just realized that it looked better without glasses. So yeah, I mean nowadays my eyesight's fine. So yeah, I find it a little weird but interesting. Anyways, back to the game.
You're super lucid, yet psychedelic. You don't need office supplies to connect to your nervous system. You're special.
Uh-huh. That's all
Good.
for now.
Let's change the subject.
Alright. Oh right, I need him to tell me about the case.
Yes. What do you want to know?
Actually, no, I guess
Good.
not. Right, I need to... What am I doing now? I have like 50 different things I have to do. There's a trash container, the sleeping dock worker, backyard wall, hangman, which we already did. I need a copy of the city map, apparently. Okay, yeah, let's properly ask him about the case.
Yes. What do you want to know?
Literally anything about it. I can't remember a single thing.
Ah, yes. The case brief you missed. Now I remember.
I've never heard of this game. What is it about? Well, I would tell you, but this is kind of a blind playthrough, so I'm not sure myself. But, from what I can gather, it's a... I guess it's a sort of investigation game. We are an officer who, as I've said a few times now, drank himself to the point of amnesia, literally forgetting everything about the world and himself. And I guess we were in charge of investigating the murder of the hanged man that we were just looking at. I guess the whole game is going to be about, number one, investigating the murder, finding out who killed that guy, and number two, remembering who I am. Because as of now, the only thing I know about myself is that my initials are HDB. Here are my stats. These were just here before I figured out who I was. So as you can see, I'm 9 sorry cop, 1 boring cop. I'm 3 communist. I can potentially become a fascist, and I'm on my way to becoming an ultra liberal apparently. I've got some good cop, bad cop. I have no honor. Before the game even started, apparently my character had killed 3 people. I've solved 216 cases, and apparently I've been in the force for 18 years. I wouldn't know, though, because my guy forgot about it. Like I said, he drank himself to amnesia. Yeah, brief. Yes, that sounds good.
3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute.
Wait, does the briefing say who the victim was?
A security guard or worker of some sort, hired by Wild Pines. This was just hearsay from Martinez, of course. We need to find out the truth.
Why didn't we know anything about the caller?
They didn't identify themselves in any way. The tone was muffled using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex.
Why hide themselves?
There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers' union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that.
Let me just make this perfectly clear. Our job here is to find the killer.
That's right.
Okay. Alright.
Good.
So, we got that done. I have to interview the union boss who's behind the frickin' thing. Victim's tattoos have a possible meaning. We have to find the rest of his armor. Oh, we have to... Great, we have to go ahead and talk to Kuno! Oh, how fun! I totally want to talk to the kid who keeps on yelling slurs at me. That's totally fine. Yeah, let's get up here and talk to him. Dum de dum de dum de da 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 dum de dum da da la 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 la. Can I check this?
The trash container stands in
open the
the
lid again.
smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
Right.
The
Nothing in
container
there.
sounds a muffled gong.
Alright, let's talk to this kid.
Fuck does
Kick the
Kuno
kid, I
get?
won't snitch. I hope you don't. I want to discuss the body with you again, Kuno.
The fuck about it?
Where's the rest of his armor?
Kuno doesn't give a shit about the armor.
How come?
That fucking had one thing majorly wrong with him. He's a fucking mutant.
A mutant?
Do you remember how he looked? Fucking growth hormone shit. He's a giant. The armor's too big for any man. Kuno doesn't give a shit about that freak armor. Kuno threw that shit away.
Oh, come on. He's just pretending that he doesn't care because he's too small for the armor.
You're just too small for the armor.
Get the fuck out of here trying to fuck on me with that midget shit. Kuno's 12. He's huge. What are you? Fucking 80. When Kuno's 80, Kuno can fit 4 of you in Kuno. Fuck out of here.
Trying to fuck on Kuno. Fuck out of here.
I don't understand what is with these children. Also, what do you mean you threw it away?
Kuno tried to get the helmet on. It was too big.
He performs a kickoff on the imaginary helmet.
Kuno kicked that shit in the sea, rugby style. That shit means nothing to Kuno.
You mean you threw it in the sea?
Yeah, that shit means nothing to Kuno. Kuno doesn't give a shit about material shit. Kuno's a fucking monk. You wanna fuck on someone about that armor? Go fuck the mustached union fuck. The jolly troubadour shit at the gates.
Who do you mean, troubadour?
Yeah, cock in boot. You know that jolly union cow fucker? Came around talking about cows or some shit. Came around pretending like he cares about cows.
Can anybody parse, like, what the hell this kid is saying?
So yeah, he's the one you want to talk to.
I'm gonna tab you for a few minutes.
about
Yeah, that's
that armor
fine.
shit. Come in here, pretend.
Alright,
Yes.
skipping past this.
This troubadour has it. You can feel it.
More on this later. Right now, let's talk something else.
Get lost.
Don't call me that, for Christ's sake.
Kuno.
Ugh, Jesus Christ. Alright, well, I guess we gotta head over to the gates and figure out what the deal is with that. Man.
Today has been a very long day. I should probably put away my freaking cutters. Yeah. Alright, well, let's ask him about the armor.
Right to work! Right to work!
Or not.
Sir.
Oh, maybe he meant this guy. Greater Revachol Industrial Harbor. Oh, Grih. G-R-I-H.
Scab?
What exactly is a scab?
A kind of a worm, content with mere survival. They come, they want to do our job for shittier pay, screwing over both themselves and us. Everybody loses.
You don't seem to like them much.
Gotta be bloody stupid or freaking evil to Scab. Or I guess scared, maybe. But scared of what? Of who?
He looks at the mask, squinting his eyes as if trying to ascertain what they're scared of.
Personally, I'd rather beg than scab. If the gentleman shouting on the street came begging, maybe they'd have gotten something.
Have you tried talking to him?
We've explained the matters, but they don't listen. This lot would be reasonable and go home if the big guy wasn't riling them up all the time.
Big guy. He means the leader of the scabs.
I'm not a scab, I'm a cop.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us cop for less money. Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the Wild North? Come to see the strife?
Hey, you're the man in the boots at the gates. Kuna said you knew about the armor.
The little boy had the good on his promise.
His promise?
To get me into trouble. To sick the pigs on me. Pardon the choice of words. Not mine.
What happened?
I was asked to look into that armor situation. Official Union probe, you know. Track it down, see who took it.
Did you?
At first I thought, why not? Maybe the pieces can feed the strike. Buy us a few more days under the sun, you know? So I went to this boy. He said he'll make me his prison bitch. He's got eyes everywhere, and the cops in his pocket, and he's the king of Jamrock. Serves me right for doing menial footwork. I dropped that probe right then and there, and it still got me into trouble. One bad move is all it takes.
The probe into the armor, what'd you learn?
I learned that people don't want to talk to a drunk union man about some armor.
What else?
Not much. Technical stuff mostly. That was the interesting part.
So, Kuno used this to, what, scare you?
It's a minor nuisance. It's all good.
He thinks, not yet. Better to get this business out of the way. Sweeter then.
What sort of technical stuff?
I did some research into this armadura. Let's say I have friends at the library. I didn't get into the material science, just how it comes off.
How does it come off?
In parts. 4 in total. The helmet was the first to go. The kid says he tore it off and kicked it into the sea. I believe him. The boots were still on the guy last I saw. Too hard to remove. So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hassle. More like a job for some militia.
4 pieces of armor up for grabs then, but I already sent the boots away.
I guess you won't be collecting them all then. That's less work for you at least.
Hold up, 4 pieces? Helmet, cuirass, gauntlets, boots. What about the leggings?
Oh, they're just gone. They don't exist anymore, if they ever did at all. Forget about them. I did.
gonna find one piece of it. One is enough.
Nice and balanced. Some junior officers can take care of the rest.
Smart choice. It's only that one spot you need armored too. The one the bullet hits. Good luck if you go for those boots though. You'd have an easier time wresting the spurs off a boyadero than getting them off you.
Well, thank you for your cooperation, sir.
No problem. If you see that kid, thank him from Call Me Mañana. Thank him for showing me the way.
Huh. I need to get past the gates and speak with your boss.
Oh. Good, good. What matters do you want to discuss with Everard?
He might have information about a killing that took place behind the motel. The
Everard's got a
hostel,
lot
I mean.
of knowledge about a lot of things, eh? Doesn't often dole it out though. But sure, why not?
Oh, so welcome back, Ginger. Alright, does it mean you can let me through the gate?
I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a granter of passage. The passage grants itself.
Okay.
If it's so simple, why did the scab leader warn you of the guards blocking the way?
That's simple. I just walk in.
Aye. Walk right past Measurehead and go in.
Past Measurehead.
Yeah, the 2.5 meter tall Semini supremacist there.
Right, this guy.
Walk right past him, then press the button to unlock the door.
Uh-huh.
Then go past him again.
Okay.
And you enter the arbor through the office. Está.
Okay, so what you're saying is actually quite difficult.
Don't worry, I'm sure it's not completely impossible. For example, you could best Measurehead in a physical confrontation.
Yep, I could just grab the frickin' wire cutters and beat him over the head with it or something.
Or you could convert to a Semini supremacist worldview. Or, maybe it actually is completely impossible.
Got
Sure.
it. Alright, well, I'm gonna get the hell out of here and kick the crap out of the guy then. What's this? In case of a strike, press button behind guard. Automatically sealed door, locked by electronic means. There's no lock picking or door kicking this one. Alright, well, let's talk to this guy, I guess.
Nobody betrays your degeneracy.
Right, I forgot that this guy talks like a caveman.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally
And that this woman...
degeneracy.
And this woman just repeats everything he says. Say nothing, size him up first.
Are you admiring my morphophysiology?
A ripple of muscle passes underneath his skin. He lets you look.
It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm, Sandwich. You are not in danger because you are not a threat to me.
My body is unimportant. I'm with the police and we need to get into the harbor.
That is precisely the negligence that has led you to succumb to Al Ghul.
His face contorts in disgust as if he were smelling a dead rat.
You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
You're right, I'm an alcoholic. Now I need to enter the harbor.
No, you don't. You need to get another drink.
Okay, shut up. I am the police and I need you to comply now.
Jerking motions. Signs of a late-stage neurodegenerative disorder.
What the hell is this guy on about?
The Occidental haplogroup. You gave the world eugenics,
What?
electricité, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You dominated lesser culture. You will be superseded.
It is, baby, yeah.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
The situation is serious. Your people have probably killed a man. I need to talk to your boss.
Enough with this begging. You should bring your troops to this. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul.
I'm just gonna straight up knock him out. Hold on. We're gonna leave, save, and I'm just going to keep doing this until we can kick the crap out of him. No, I don't care that this is save scumming. I want to kick the crap out of him. Damn it. Here we go.
You have really
Whoops.
How did this happen? Your little fist is he's squeezing it.
Okay, we're gonna we're gonna load the game and try again. All right, here we go. This is round 2, baby. Here we go. Yeah! All right, let's see it. Hey! Right in the throat.
Just like that. instinct took over. A solid strike straight into his throat, into the cartilage. You could swear you felt the soft palate break. The man is reeling, gasping for air. Time stands still around you. In the distance, the sounds of the harbor are falling silent. All you hear is a small gurgling sound as it trickles.
Back up and perform a 360 flying spin kick. Here we go! Here we go. Hiya!
Lands with a dull
I cannot believe that worked!
of muscles and sinew. For a moment, he tries to keep his head up, dazed eyes looking at you with unimaginable surprise.
Oh! Oh my god, I didn't even think that would I totally expected to just miss and land on my face. Disco Inferno!
As you slam your fist on the button, the man collapses entirely, his head rolling to the side.
I'm sorry, I'm questioning what type of character I am now. To start off with, I did a freaking I drank so much that I had amnesia and lost everything. I was accidentally like it's what how the hell am I like stumbling through the world with no knowledge of anything, yet I managed to freaking hit a freaking impossible shot with a gun and also roundhouse kick a guy in the face. Yes, I did freaking save scum for this, but I don't care. That was funny. That was great.
Looks like you're the new Measurehead now.
No one is the new Measurehead. Let's go before he gets up.
Yep, let's go. Gates are open. Well, no. First of all, let's grab this. Money. Can we? Can I loot his body?
The man is still knocked.
Yep, he's knocked out. All right. Well, let's get out of here. Stood in the way of the police, and I promptly knocked him out for it.
Knocked him out good. Like the Flying Desperado.
Who or what is the Flying Desperado?
It's that really cool Flying Desperado spin kick you did, Boyadero. Often performed by the most hard-bodied boyaderos on the steps.
Yeah, I sure did that thing.
So, what's on your mind this time?
Alright. I guess we'll talk to the union guy now. Door should be open, no?
Went native on the chief, huh? Those ballerina antics were reckless. Should have just punched him in the throat again.
Right, but it's a lot funnier to roundhouse kick a guy.
Wrong. You did the right thing with Measurehead. The ballerina antics won you the fight.
Let's talk about our right to work.
I'm just gonna leave now. Alright, so I can just go through now? No? Measurehead's back up again. Oh, right, that door should be open now. Hey, look at that. We're actually making progress. Ooh, there's a lot of stuff I could steal in here. I remember workboard. The Dewey typewriter, the model name's on the back. What's this? Book La Fumée, Volume 1, Number 4. What does that do for me? Interact.
The front of this quarterly journal features a large satirical portrait of the late King Friesel. From the sides of his head, a pair of white antlers spread to the corners of the cover.
Why antlers?
Because white antlers are one of the symbols of communism. They represent a society in accord with the natural world and, at the same time, above it.
Why Friesel?
Because Friesel was incompetent, foolish, and cruel.
Alright, flip through the pages.
Yet, to your disappointment, there aren't any full-color pictures to direct your attention. Just column after column of closely set text, interrupted occasionally by little doodles in black and white. After rifling the pages with your thumb several times, you return to the table of contents. The magazine is divided into several sections.
Alright, I don't got time for this. Alright, someone left the coffee machine on. Dark liquid in the pot seems almost sentient. Postcard. I can sell that. More magnesium. Hey, glasses. I did say I could use some of those. Visual calculus. I needed that, didn't I? Yeah. Check that out. There's a thing over here.
On second glance, someone has forgotten to properly close one of the drawers.
It's unfortunate for the Union to just leave their paperwork lying around like this.
Let's see what's inside, he thinks.
Yeah, open the drawer.
The drawer opens smoothly. Inside is a well-organized selection of brown folders.
Let's browse through them.
Hundreds of documents containing logistical data. Two kinds of transactions stand out. Materials coming into Revachol from the outside world, from Muindi, Grad, and even Ilmarar, and the same materials being handed over to companies inside Revachol. Kuron, Coal City, La Delta, and Jamrock are listed among the many districts where the imports are being sold.
Alright, anything interesting?
It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities.
We're gonna force ourselves through it.
Whatever's hidden here is hidden well. Concentration isn't enough. Only a trained accountant with a background in logistics would be able to really make sense of it. However, there is a little handwritten note stuck on the side of the drawer.
Alright.
It appears to be a to-do list written in large, uneven capital letters. Remember, Leo, Everart's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everart's plants, sweep office floor, more banners. All items on the list have been crossed out, and the note itself is crumpled.
Look, Kim, a to-do note with a list of errands for Everart.
Everard Clare, probably. The head of the Debarders Union. One of his aides must have left it. Nothing incriminating here.
The special borscht seems a bit odd in the list. What is so special about this borscht? Code for drugs. Remember, Leo, all items on the drawer slides shut.
Looks like I need to check something. What's my lowest stat right now? Savior Fair is the lowest, but I think that's because of one of the things I'm wearing, isn't it? Yeah, this one takes away from my Savior Fair. Same with these pants that I have. So if I took my pants off, I'd be better at Savior Fair. Oh wait, no, my pants are making me better at electrochemistry. That's why it's telling me to drink so much. Because my pants are... my pants are the reason why I'm an alcoholic, I see.
An imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone is looking down at you from the wall. A note on the side says, tokens unavailable due to strike. Use change.
Sure.
The machine swallows your coin and seems to be waiting for your next move.
Let your muscle memory dial a random number.
It's unclear whether you actually have muscle memory. Right now, your finger is just drawing vaguely occult patterns in the air.
I might try this again later.
Sure, why not? Muscle memory is a tricky thing.
I'm dead, it's the pants.
Nothing tricky about that.
Actually, hold on, yeah, let me...
Do, fail, repeat, until it works. All it takes is motivation and practice.
Okay, so let me check. Like, what ups my electrochemistry right now? We got my pants. Let's see. My gloves give me electrochemistry, so these gloves are making me an alcoholic. Right, okay. Pants. Yeah, my pants. Okay, so there's a bunch of different stats that I have that, as you can see here. Each of them relate to a different thing. One in particular that I've been struggling with is electrochemistry because it makes me better at knowing about drugs and alcohol. But the problem is because it's at such a high level, every time anybody even remotely suggests that they have alcohol or drugs, electrochemistry shows up and says, "Hey, you know what you should do? You should get some alcohol, buddy. You need that sweet liquor in your body." And may I remind you, I literally drunk myself to the point of amnesia. So maybe I don't want to just take my pants off and run around naked, but that's something that might have to be done if I want to stop being an alcoholic. I sound like I'm going crazy when I say this. Alright, we're up here now. Sick.
Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here. There is a white rectangle clearly visible on its back. This is your cloak. You can feel it.
What? Lieutenant, I think that's mine.
Yes, it does bear the RCM insignia, and we are the only detectives in Martinez.
You think I should get it?
The service cloak issued to you by your station? Yes, I do.
As your fingers touch the tarpaulin, it almost feels like the cloak wants to deliver a message of comfort through your fingertips. I will shield you from the elements and give my life for yours. That's what the cloak is relaying.
Right, well, we got a cloak. I suppose that goes over my jacket. Oh, that's just straight up better than my jacket. Hey, look at how terrible I look. What about my original shirt? It makes me worth it suggestion. Still, yeah, I mean, this one just gives me esprit de corps, and this one gives me shivers alongside that. So that's good, I think. I'm going to go have a good stream, and I'll definitely be back another day. Alright, thank you, Ginger. I appreciate having you here. Alright. There's a water basin here. Collecting rainwater. Can I get to that box somehow? No, I cannot. All around you, great machines and quiescence. What's in here?
This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the door reads, René Arnaud.
So this is where René works. I'm gonna have a look around.
If you must. But please hurry. We are pretty easy to spot up here.
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean and their sparse contents meticulously organized. There's a framed photograph.
Take it.
It's a black and white photo of a young couple out in a street fair. The man, René, is dressed in a Royal Carabiniers uniform. The girl is young and very pretty. She is smiling playfully at the camera.
Why did you take that picture of René?
I'm a cop. It's instinctual to collect evidence.
Fine. But let's move. I don't want to be seen snooping around here.
Alright. Well, let's get down there.
A rusting control panel with several knobs. 2 buttons marked Marche and Arrête are faded with use. It seems to control the large crane above. A container is attached to its hook block. Marche. On. Arrête. Off.
Let's leave it alone for now. What's this? Oh, money. It's like a little platform. The ship right ahead is oddly quiet. The gray machines are sleeping. Pile of cargo belts used for heavy lifting. One says Vermilion. I do apologize if I'm lacking in commentary today. This game's a lot slower than most, so it's not surprising that I don't have much to say. Speaker tone is silent. Yeah. I am planning to do another stream possibly tomorrow or the day after. Alright, well, we're gonna break that open. There we go. I think it was this half-light. Well, since I want to stop being an alcoholic, I'll put these gloves on. Hey, check that out. Right. But I am planning to do another stream either tomorrow or the night after, and I'm going to be playing a horror game. And I can tell you I'm a lot more entertaining when I'm playing a horror game because turns out when I'm scared, I become freaking hilarious for some reason. Oh, hi, there's a person here.
Container, container, I'll turn you nice and red. Container, container, put the logos on.
The accent is so thick, it's impossible not to notice he's Ubi, from the vanishing peninsula of Ubisunt on Muindi.
Container, container, used to be Wild Pines. Container, container, now belongs to Everard.
Hi.
Everard, 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 he looks after everyone. Huh? Well, hey there. How can I help you, mister? I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you?
What is it with you people and scabs?
I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat. Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister.
Right, where is everyone? The harbor is empty.
Oh, most of the guys are down at the gates, keeping the scabs from coming in. We're on a strike. The whole union is. You don't have to work when you're on strike. Ha! We haven't worked for 2 months now.
So no one is working?
Not everyone is down there, of course. Mr. Everard is in his office, where he always is. And Jean-Luc is guarding the gate. But Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble and Everard sent them on a nice vacation. For a week or so.
What kind of trouble did this Titus and his friends get into? Does it happen to involve fighting a lot of weirdly bug-like aliens for the Emperor by any chance?
Oh, I'm not really supposed to talk about that. That's union business. Him and his boys stirred up something in town. Probably drank too much and got into a fight or something. I heard Mr. Everett telling them to take some time off.
Really? Did they kill someone?
No, I don't think they killed anyone. Let's better talk about something else. Titus and his boys do good work. I don't want to get them in trouble over a little drinking.
Are you the Leo who wrote the note to make more banners?
Oh, yes, yes. I leave all kinds of notes for myself. That old head of mine ain't so good at keeping things in no more. I almost forgot about the borscht.
What about the borscht?
Oh, yes. I've been taking special whirling borscht to the men every day since the strike started. It's very, very good. Makes a man feel so warm and happy. I feel like I could take on Mr. Renadan's boar dogs every time the lunch is done.
Power borscht, huh? Never heard of a borscht that turns little guys into dogfighters. Alcohol.
Shut up, electrochemistry. I do not need you helping me with this. What do you mean taking the soup to the men? Is it for striking?
Yes, yes. I'm taking it to them. The borscht keeps them happy and in fighting spirits. Makes you all warm inside. They brew it in the whirling in rags.
Alright, well, I'm not drinking alcohol, so I'm just gonna refuse the task.
Oh, I did, mister. Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
I'm looking for the leader of the dockworkers union.
Oh, you want Mr. Everett then? He's an awfully nice fellow, he is. Him and his brother are both nice fellows. They've lived their entire lives in this here neighborhood. Guys like Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar, his brother, are real good guys. Made Martinez what it is today. Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar and I went to the same school we did when we were boys.
Easy now, Leo. I just want to know where I can find this man.
Oh, Mr. Everett is where he always is. In his office, of course.
Huh. What's in that container over there?
Oh, that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to be loaded up.
Alright, well,
Bye-bye
I'm gonna
then.
head off. Let's head in here. Giant coffee thermoses still look warm. Start pallets leading up. Ah, there's the leader. I've been looking for you. There's a swordfish here.
Before you is a walrus.
That is a wonderful
seated behind
portrait.
a large desk. He looks up from his work, not the least bit surprised to see you. With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair, yet says nothing. He simply stares at you.
Let's get straight to business. There's been a murder.
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi. It's good of you two to stop by. Please, have a seat.
Okay, well, I know part of my name now. I'm H. Dubois. Okay.
I'm Everard Clare, head of the Debarders Union here in Martinez. I'd offer you my hand, but unfortunately my health prevents me from getting up. You understand?
He looks extremely comfortable. The tiny folding chair, on the other hand, looks like a torture device.
You go ahead, detective.
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good, he thinks. I'll do my best. Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name.
Why are you calling me Mr. Dubois?
Please, Mr. Dubois, let us converse in a civilized manner, as equals. Take a seat.
It's nothing. Yes, that's probably right. It's nothing. Forget about it.
Alright, well, that's it.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another.
Remain serious.
So tell me, how can the head of the Debarders Union help a representative of the Revachol Citizens Militia today?
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair in the world. It's violating your backside.
Don't say that.
Oh, by the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. Some people have no manners, it pains me to say. This should take care of that nonsense.
Oh, is that money?
It should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days.
Hey, money! Hey, money!
Take it.
Wow, that's 25 real.
Money!
Good money. You need it.
Thank you, Everard.
Don't mention it. But also, don't forget it. I'm just kidding, of course. Now, I'd like to set your mind
you're learning
at
more about
ease
yourself.
about
Yay.
one other matter. Your lost gun. Let me assure you, Union people are on it as we speak. I've got my best hounds looking for that lost gun.
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo. Lost gun, lost gun, lost gun. The world is
my brain.
a black hole of fear. Only two words escape its gravitational pull. Lost and gun.
Alright, I would appreciate any help you could provide.
Are you all right, Harry? You seem anxious.
Well, that's my full name, Harry Dubois.
Everything's going to be all
Wait,
right.
hold on, did I? No, wait, I just remembered in the last stream that I did this in, like, I accidentally called the character that I'm playing as Harry, because for some reason, like, my brain, like, auto-corrected the H to Harry, so I was, I was unironically correct when I called myself Harry. My name is Harry Dubois. Okay, then.
It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths. It's in a safe place. I just know it.
Well, no, it's not a safe place. Some woman bought it.
To be all right.
It was loaded. There were 2 bullets in it.
Oh.
You always keep at least 2 bullets.
Oh, no! Kim.
Officer, we will deal with this later. We don't need Mr. Clare's help with this.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
Alright, this is not gonna go well.
God, you're sweating. Your knee is jerking. You're about to cry, aren't you? You're about to cry because you lost your gun, and those children are gonna shoot themselves with it.
No, I'm not about to cry.
Mr. Dubois, you don't look so good.
What is this? Keeps repeating. What is he trying to pull here? You need to cool the fuck down. Chill.
Mr. Dubois! Mr. Dubois! Harry!
This keeps sliding down the chair like a jello shot.
Mr. Dubois, are you okay? Can I get you a glass of water or something? Are you having some kind of medical emergency?
Maybe you could use your hands somehow. in a kind of throw-in motion, like you're throwing that Mr. Dubois act right back at him. He's Mr. Dubois.
Actually, this chair is uncomfortable. I could use that glass. I'm melting. Actually, this. I really want to say this. I'm gonna say it. I'm melting.
What an odd demonstration of... you got me, Harry. I don't even know what. As entertaining as it was, I'm afraid we're wasting our time. And I'm an extremely busy man, as I'm sure you are too.
Okay, enough. We are here to ask you some questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Quick, here's your window. Get yourself
Okay, here we go. We're good. We got it. We're good. We're good.
Police officer questions. It is about time to stop embarrassing yourself. Questions will help you regain some of your lost dignity.
And hopefully some of my sanity, because I quickly lost a lot of morale. Alright, well, first of all, I'm told that the Union is involved in the local drug trade.
What? Harry, how could you say that to me? You know I appreciate a joke as much as any Johnny Fat Guy, but I can't take slander. Are you actually investigating this?
No, I'm not.
You've hurt me, Harry. Me, a friend. But you know what? I trust you, like I trust all my friends. And I know you'll never talk to me about this again, because you don't want to wound me. So do what you want, and let's change the subject.
Thank you for your understanding. We will continue to do what we must.
You too, Lieutenant. You know, I like you, but you never were my favorite. I'm a Harry guy. I'm Team Harry.
I'm sorry, do I know you, Mr. Everard?
None taken. Do we have anything else to do here, Harry?
Alright, I want to talk about the hanging.
Oh, of course. That's your main thing here. That's why you're in Martinez. I know everything that goes on around here, and I would love to discuss it with you. I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on me so heavily. I understand you need to interview me.
I sense there's a but.
But there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean, if we could just calmly talk, exchange information, we could blow this thing wide open.
Are we not calmly talking right now?
Yes, that sounds good. Let's do that.
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines. Incredibly talented at opening doors.
I've opened a few doors in my life.
And I'm sure you're going to open this one with flying colors, Harry. This really is very simple, and there's nothing shady about it.
Can we please just get on with it?
Does this jiggling ooze think he's going to use you? He's got another thing coming. Play his game, son, with your eyes peeled. He's going to slip up, and when he does, you're going to come out on top.
Damn it, fine, I'll look into it. We need to talk about that murder.
Fantastic, my friend. Just let me know when it's done and we can take our friendship to the next level. You can get the key from Manana. He's down by the gates. Manana's like a free agent in the Union. Special operations. Hardened socialist. A real free thinker too. He'll tell you precisely where the door is. One last thing, Harry. Just open the door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked door.
Okay, anyway, I met Joyce, the company representative.
Oh, that's very nice. I haven't gotten around to her yet. I'm very, very busy, you see. I hope you're getting along. One thing I want to make very clear, Harry, is that this is not some kind of union versus corporation situation. Everyone is just pals here. Yes,
just pals?
We're all trying to do what's best for Martinez. Don't feel like you shouldn't work with her just because you and I are such good friends. I'm not a jealous guy.
Why haven't you let her in to see you?
If she actually wants to see me, she will find a way. Any good negotiator would. And I just don't have anything to discuss with a bad negotiator.
He doesn't want to see her. It's as simple as that.
Okay, let's talk about something else.
Of course, Harry. Let me just assure you one more time. It's perfectly okay to share anything we discuss here with this Joyce. This is a completely transparent organization.
I am getting real sick of this guy's voice.
I have no interest in what she is doing, but I myself have nothing to hide. Your business is your business, and I respect your privacy. Just remember, none of this is secret. Tell her about all of it. My brother's picture, my singing swordfish clock. Tell her how overweight I am and how I'm helping you find your lost gun. Tell her about everything. Evrart doesn't mind.
This is weird. Not nice weird, but okay.
Alright, well, let's talk about my gun.
Yes, your lost gun. My best men are on it. They're turning every stone, searching every playground, asking kids, grandmas, everyone. Your gun will be found, Harry. Let me assure you of that. It's just a matter of time and effort.
The only way to find it seems to be working with him. He might even be holding your gun hostage.
Wait, the gun may have been bought from Roy's pawn shop. Have your men factored that in?
Yes. Thank you for the hot tip regarding your lost gun, Harry. My men have indeed factored in that you pawned it. Now please, let the professionals do their job. Kick back, Harry, relax. I have great guys on this. You focus on what's important. Building our relationship for the good of Martinez.
It did not come as a surprise to him. He might actually not be bullshitting.
I will not be blackmailed with this gun business.
Harry, I was only trying to be tactful. A lost gun is a dangerous thing. I can't have it around in my neighborhood. Kids could be playing gun roulette with it as we speak. Teenage gangs could be arming themselves. Get a hold of yourself, Harry.
I assure you, we are working on locating the missing sidearm as well.
The lieutenant is concerned about the lost gun and feels that the fact you haven't prioritized looking for it is unfortunate, if inevitable, and doesn't put the RCM in a good light.
Excellent, Mr. Kitsuragi. That's excellent news.
Alright, I'm gonna leave now.
You need this to get in and out through the gate.
Alright, great. I want to go on to get stuck in here.
Here, you're one of us now. A real red and white Union man. Take care, Harry.
Right, well, first of all...
Aces high. For the rest of the world, the Aces High is just a cool Revachol thing. Politically neutral. In Revachol, it still holds revolutionary connotations. Also, have you looked at Lieutenant Kitsuragi's clothes? He wears a bomber jacket, just like the ones worn by aerostatic brigades, and those cargo pants could store tools for hotfixing your aerostatic. Maybe you should ask him about this.
And it gives me more empathy towards Kim and more esprit de corps to the roots of the RCM. Sick. I'm still going through some rigorous self-critique. I got another, I got less than an hour on that one. So, find one armor piece. Get the hangman's boots, even though we already put it in the car. And open up the apartment door for Everett. I also got a photo of a happy couple that I stole. And a freaking giant novelty check, which I'm going to immediately go and freaking use so that I don't have to owe the hotel guy any more money. Also, let's talk to Kim about the
Yes?
thing. I want to talk about you.
What about me?
You're wearing a Revolutionary Air Brigade jacket, aren't you?
What? This? It's just seasonal clothing.
And those look like airman pants, good for storing tools in.
Where is this going?
You see, Kim, I have this place in my head where I develop new ideas and connections.
Interesting. I think it's called the brain.
Yes, a brain.
Okay. And something happened in that brain?
Yes, my brain suspects that you have some kind of thing with the Revolutionary Air Brigades.
I do not have a thing with Revolutionary Air Brigades in particular.
Just air brigades, then?
Okay, I wanted to become an aerostatic pilot. Then I turned 10 and realized we no longer have an air force.
Are you sure the Revolutionary has got nothing to do with this?
Absolutely nothing.
Alright, thank you. My mind is satisfied.
Good. Good. Let's...
Alright, well that was interesting. Well, let's go ahead and talk to Mañana. If I can remember how to get the
hell out of this place. There's also like, is there a way up here? Because like there's money just chilling up there. There's like dollars worth of money up there, and I don't know how to get there. Yeah. Alright, well, and here we go. Hello, Mañana. Gotta talk to you.
So, how'd you like our harbor?
That was nice enough.
It's but a rest area on the path leading across open plains.
At least you know you were right. Oh, that was sent a while ago. I'm sorry for not seeing that, wifey. But yeah, I know who I am now. I am Harry Dubois.
Right. You talk to the boss, eye to eye, like men of the plain. If you have any more questions, I'm set to talk.
Everard said you have a key to a door?
A key, huh? What door is this key supposed to open?
I was hoping you could tell me.
Of course. I got you. You don't know anything. I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say.
I'm not really doing this for political reasons.
Oh, so the none of the above type, are you? I get it. I like to keep my distance too. But it doesn't matter. It's a good thing you're doing. Thanks. What you're looking for is a basement door behind the greenhouse. That's behind the Whirling and Rides. That's all I know. Our organization is what you call compartmentalized. Means we keep out of each other's business.
Okay, but where did you get the key from?
The janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. We talked about life and things that really, truly matter. None of this mess we're in. This jiving and juggling. What's it for? To feed our children, I guess.
Alright,
I'm more of a philosophical dock worker, see. I like to talk about the big picture.
He is, and what they're fighting for. This is interesting.
Alright, well I'm just gonna go, because I got a debt to pay off. Wait a minute. So there is potentially a way to get up here, because there's like a bucket. It's got something to do with the Whirling in Rags. Hello, sir. I have money now.
Can I help you?
So about the money I owe.
Yes. Have you got it?
Can I pay you with this check?
You must be joking, right? You come here, trash everything, and now you try to pay with a novelty check? This isn't a game show. I'm not going to accept it. You owe me cold, hard money. I want to see that money in the palm of my hand. Every single cent.
Damn you, Fat Everard. Your novelty check is useless.
You can cash it in at the local frit near the harbor gates, though it might not be enough to cover it.
How much do I owe you again?
A lot.
Alright.
A lot. For the room, like what? I was rarely enjoying talking about the money you...
Right, well, this 25 real is not gonna cover that. Not at all. No. God damn it. Alright, well, let's open that door now, and let's also take a shot at this. Never mind, I gotta get more visual calculus. Ah, these kids are still here. Oh, wonderful. Because I totally wanted to freaking get yelled at them some more. Get yelled at by them some more.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
What is this?
It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted against an old shack.
Why am I looking at this pile of roofing material?
Because there's a secret door hidden behind the panels of Eternite. That's why they're too orderly.
Let's pull them aside.
There it is. You see a shabby little door.
Huh. Interesting.
What is this then? A tool shed? Let's investigate.
I vaguely remember somebody talking about a tool shed. I think that was my, like, Inland Empire or my Shivers or something. What the hell? Cured pig's head. It looks mummified. I'm guessing that this is like Kuno's place or something. What's this? Money. Roger says get out of the way or get effed up. So there's a
Be still, my beating heart.
Oh god damn it! It's drugs.
Sweet amphetamine. The lieutenant isn't studying the powder in the mirror. He's studying you.
Someone is taking narcotics here. Perhaps the police should interfere.
Perhaps not. This is below our pay grade, detective. However, see that ladder there? It's probably another way into the industrial harbor, no? A secret path the local kids use.
An empty tube of magnesium supplement. Alright, we actually have a way up here. Doorway's gonna collapse soon. Restoration pillar keeps the ruins together. Postcard in the bucket. We can head up here now.
Yes?
No, sorry, Kim, I didn't want to talk to you. Alright. And let's go ahead and grab the money that's been left up here for no particular reason. Alright. Sick. I have a new thing in my inventory. Oh, right, this postcard. Alright, well, I can go in here? Could I pry my way in? I guess not. I remember this container I forgot to open over here. Yeah, there we go. Ooh! Single blue naval coat. Gives me more suggestion. At the cost of some of my half-light, though. Alright, well, let's go ahead and open this door behind the greenhouse.
There must be another way into.
Where's the key? Okay, then. Oh, it's this one, probably.
This must be it. The basement door is weather-worn. The copper nails holding the upholstery in place have turned green from sea air, and there's a knocker shaped like a lion's head.
Gonna press my ear against the door.
The leather upholstery is worn and rough against your jaw. You don't hear any movement. In fact, it's oddly silent in the yard around you. No birds chirp. You try to be as silent as you can. It takes a bit of rattling of the handle to loosen the bolt. Finally, the door unlocks with a small clack. Thoughts race through your head. Good job. Let's go now. I'm sure there's nothing interesting in there. As you hold the open door, you can feel the air moving. A little draft, a whistle.
I could go in. Okay.
Elysium. Ah, there we go.
This is the flag of Revachol, the suzerainty.
What's with the sun?
This isn't just one sun, but there are little suns dancing around the big sun. This is the sevenfold sun miracle.
And the sevenfold sun miracle?
It's an optical atmospheric anomaly the first settlers saw. Happens in cold weather. 6 small suns around the big one. This complex halo phenomena is how old Revachol got its flag.
Lieutenant, the old flag of the Suzerain.
Mm-hmm. The tenant is an old-fashioned guy.
I'm not gonna bow to
The
it.
flag doesn't seem to mind. It's just a colorful fabric with a sun sewn onto it. Like all feudal flags, it looks like a children's drawing. A row of mugs sits on the shelf. Each one depicts a human figure. A dark-skinned woman grinning amidst mysterious symbols. A broad-shouldered man shoveling potatoes.
Alright, well, let's get out of here then. Yeah, they are right. There aren't any birds chirping. I want to investigate what's over here real quick.
A sturdy metal door guards the southwest entrance to the apartment building. It's locked. The door rattles against your knuckles, but there's no response. The door rattles again, but this time you hear an elderly woman's voice calling out from inside.
Stop banging on the door! I'm not letting any more strangers inside.
This is the police. Open the door.
The police? Everyone knows the police don't come round here.
But I'm not joking.
No, I already told you. I won't be responsible for any more strangers getting into the building. Go check the backyard door. Maybe someone there will.
Backyard door. There must be another entrance to the east.
Alright, well, this one gives me logic, apparently. I'm gonna wear that one for now. There we go, I look slightly better. That makes me look worse. No. We gotta run all the way back to the dockyard. A couple things I could sell. I don't really want this blue coat or these gloves, so I can sell both. Yeah, here we go.
Hello again. How can... Let me have a look. Anything else you're thinking of selling?
I'm not gonna sell Kim's thing. Like to sell my clothes?
I'm not purchasing any more clothing at the moment.
Alright.
Another time back.
Maybe I can sell it to the other guy. Yeah, this guy.
Everything's still cool here, officer. The shine on these sunglasses lasts a lifetime of...
Nah, I can't sell anything to him. I might end the stream in around like 10-ish minutes, because we're about to hit the 3-hour mark, and I usually stop streaming past the 3 hours. Yeah, this game is exceptionally slow. Not that it's a bad thing, it's just It gets a little tiring. Down we go, and over there. This way. Oh, hold on. Coffee. No, money. Which is better in my opinion.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair.
I've opened the door you asked me. Can we discuss the murder now?
I'm very glad to hear that, Harry. One question. You didn't actually happen to stumble in and see what's inside the apartment, did you?
I'm just gonna straight up lie. The deal wasn't for me to go inside, so I didn't.
You're right, Harry. You only had to unlock the door, which you did. So we're all good here. Now let's get down to brass tacks. It's time for men like me and you to figure out who's killed who and why. Real police work is gonna start happening now. I promise you, Harry, this is gonna be good.
You said the lynching and the strike were related. How?
By now, I'm sure you've figured out who the dead man was working for. The bad guys. Wild Pines. Sent to scare us. Another violent measure of the top hats against us flatcaps.
What do you mean?
Harry, this strike is the culmination of many, many mistakes made by the Wild Pines group. They tried to shut the strike down by sending in armed mercenaries.
Okay.
You mean our victim?
A security contractor? Can you imagine that? Workers standing in peaceful protest, united in the spirit of fellowship, and they send hired killers to mow us down with machine gun fire?
He performs a motion as if spraying bullets from a machine gun.
I'm talking beasts. Hardened killers from proxy wars in Yisut, Semenine, Saramaritsa. You name it, they've done it. Raping, killing, burning villages, killing little children for the Senorita Pineapple Company, Harry. Everything they did there, they brought over here. They want to turn Revachol into a third world slum. Honestly, the only thing they didn't do is kill the village elephant.
I think I've heard enough.
No, you haven't, Harry. I haven't told you anything about the crime yet. Now, I haven't personally witnessed the brutalities out there. I have the luxury of staying in my container, you see. If I need to go somewhere, they just move my container.
Go on.
About my fun container?
No, man. God.
Who knows?
We're trying to investigate
Maybe
a murder here.
Next time they move it. It will be very fun, I promise. But enough about me and my container. The killers the company hired, I think there were 3 of them. All hardened commando types. One of them got downright suicidal. Getting drunk, violent, a little rapey. Even their own negotiator couldn't control him. That's your boy. The one who likes hanging out and trees.
By negotiator, you mean Joyce?
Harry, what you need to realize is, we dock workers are not pushovers.
Uh-huh.
We got grit, Harry. This whole neighborhood does. Push us hard enough and we push back. And when we do, we push to kill.
Wait, the whole neighborhood is in on it.
Potentially, Harry, potentially. We got arm wrestling champions, rowing club people, ex-coal miners, tough guys, all ready to spring into action for their home base.
Who exactly did the pushing?
There's a militant wing inside the Union. A group of people whose duties don't involve manual labor, but peacekeeping in the neighborhood, making sure everything runs smoothly.
Yes.
That sounds a bit like organized crime.
It does sound a bit like organized crime.
They're like you guys. Idealistic people who want to make sure bad things don't happen. And if they already have, well, punishment must follow.
Again, that sounds like organized crime.
So these idealists killed our victim?
One day Titus Hardy, leader of this peacekeeping faction, comes up to me and says, "Boss, Socialist democratic fervor drove us to take it upon ourselves to kill this beast that was burdening the land.
So Titus Hardy did it.
He probably worded it differently, but that was the idea. Sure sounded to me like they killed him. I gave them 2 weeks paid leave and told them to lay low to avoid retaliation.
Aren't you worried we might arrest them for this?
Oh, I'm not at all worried about that. These are not the kind of men who get arrested. They're Martinez boys, tough and gritty. I'd like to see the man who takes them in. Besides, I sent my lawyer girl to look after them.
He places a lot of faith in that lawyer girl. Perhaps this is a tactical error. Anyway.
Huh. So, tell me about Titus Hardy and his crew.
Oh, they are simply fine young men, all 7 of them. Exemplary union members, always working to advance their position in the local socialist democratic movement. Core members. Old Theo used to run them, but things really kicked into gear when Titus took the reins and named the group after himself. Gotta love his initiative.
Interesting. Who's second in command?
They're almost all of them great guys, born leaders. Whatever happened, I'm sure they only had the best interests of Martinez and Revachol in mind. Work with them. Hell, interview them. But don't fight them. They really are just like you. Men who like beer, women, and some order on the streets.
And where can I find them?
You know what, Harry? I got a feeling they're gonna show up in full force tomorrow.
The lieutenant marks something in his notebook.
Huh. Alright, how do you know the mercenaries were hired by the shipping company?
How do I know? Let me tell you about these people. That's their MO. It's what they do. Last winter, some poor workers in Terminal E went on a little strike. The company sent in Sediment, a security contractor. The strike was over the workers' right to wear protective footwear, Harry. These guys turn up and start beating people. Tell you what, Harry, I wouldn't be surprised if we got the same mercenary company after a little rebranding. And I'm sure as hell not surprised to see an army of scabs under my gates.
So you believe the scabs were organized by the security contractor?
You said it. Hell, one of those guys looks big enough to take down that proverbial elephant. Boys like that don't just happen to show up during strikes.
That does sound quite unlikely, yes. The big guy leading the scabs at the gate is colossal.
Huh, you mentioned a lawyer girl.
Oh, Liz is a bright one. I paid for that law degree myself, thinking it'll probably turn her all fancy. But hell, Harry, she came back a firebrand socialist. Sometimes she scares me with her zeal.
Alright, well, in the future, I could use your backing. Can you ask the Hardy Boys to cooperate?
But of course! It's the least I can do for my good friend Harry. I'll do it right after we've concluded this talk.
When you meet this Titus, tell him about this. See what he has to say.
Also, Harry, here's 5 real.
Why are you giving it to me?
I'm not giving you anything. I'm just holding out 5 real.
I'm gonna take it.
The lieutenant watches you pocket the banknote. He looks a little puzzled.
Good boy. A real team player. Now, do you have any more questions?
Wait, was that a bribe? I didn't even realize. This guy's trying to bribe me and I'm just like, huh, money.
Was it a good talk? I'm not sure we made much headway here. I was hoping we'd bust the case wide open. Heck, I even wanted to tell you what I really want to achieve with the strike. I don't know what happened, Harry. I wanted you to feel like Mr. Martinez. And of course, I also wanted you to find your gun. But it's like I can't completely trust you. Yet. Yes, Harry. It's like I can't fully trust you if you're not a man of the left. I want to, but I just can't.
A man of the left? So you have to be a social democrat?
Uh-huh.
He's been hurt too much in the past by men who aren't social democrats.
This is another corrupt scheme, isn't it? I'm neither left or right. I do what my heart tells me to.
What does your heart tell you about your lost gun, Harry?
That I'm a drunkard.
Does it tell you to forget about it? Or do you think it wants to be found? I think it's lonely and cold. I think it wants to be found, and I have a proposal for you.
I swear to God, if you just have, like, my gun under your desk or something.
And what would this entail?
Once again, I require nothing unethical or illegal of you. You just need to get 2 little signatures on this piece of paper. and then mail it to my accountant in La Delta.
Kim, what do you think of this?
It depends. I don't think what we just got from Mr. Clare was very useful.
But, he thinks, it's your call.
As I said, it weighs on me heavily. But once we get really talking, well, I'm gonna hand you the keys to Martinez, and maybe even help you figure out who's behind this killing.
Alright, what are the signatures for?
I'm glad you asked, Harry. The Union is going to build a modern youth centre in Martinez. It will be righteous. We're gonna get those teenagers off drugs and on roller skates. There's a nameless little street on the coast with some old houses around it. Most people have already signed. I just need 2 more signatures to get this mission off the ground, Harry.
What will happen to the current occupants?
They are just gonna have to deal with the construction noise for 6 months, and then they'll be living like kings. Right next to a fancy new youth centre, designed by the best architects from Stella Marie.
And where is this place exactly?
On the coast, Harry, across the canal. There's a cul-de-sac there, a little village they're calling it. A gloomy place. You'll find it. I trust your detective.
Water drips from the eaves. A woman looks at her freshly tarred skiff. There's a pair of cavalry boots under the fish in the box, and the wind howls like a vicious spirit.
Okay, hold on. What? What the hell do you do, Shivers? City lovers, the wisest of the streetwise, the generally supernatural. Shivers come when the temperature drops and you become more keenly aware of your surroundings. It enables you to hear the city itself, to truly belong to the streets. It's a supernatural ability. Old wrongs play out in present time. Scenes across the city happen in front of you, but who is speaking to you? At high levels, Shivers might make you seem mad to the outside world. As you listen to the city, you don't listen to others. Your superiors may begin to worry. With low Shivers, though you'll seldom hear the city speaking to you. And if you cannot hear it, how will you ever save it? That doesn't tell me anything. Alright, fine, whatever.
You bring joy to my heart, Harry. Such a pleasure to be working with you. Here. You need to get signatures from Isabel Sadie and Lillian Carter. The cul-de-sac is right past the pawn shop and across the canal. I hear there is some trouble with the waterlock, but they should fix it by Wednesday morning. Once you have the signatures, mail this to 13022 La Rocca in La Delta. Then we can talk about your gun.
Ever, I'm gonna leave now, but we might talk again
See
later.
you soon, Debardeur. Just kidding, but not too much.
Right.
Rigorous self-critique. Here it is. Hard facts from the man you are.
Okay, no. I'm not gonna freaking have it read that out. Oh, okay, so now if I fail certain checks, it'll heal me. Cool. I gotta get 2 signatures now. Okay. White envelope. Alright, well, I feel like that's a good place to end off. I've been here for 3 hours. I gotta stretch and eat something. Alright, well, like I said, that'll be it today. Thank you all for joining me. This game is pretty fun. Slow, as I said, but fun. And I'm gonna be playing it some more. Also gonna be, I'm gonna try playing a horror game on Sunday called Pacific Drive. I don't know too much about it, but I know it's a game about driving around and experiencing anomalies of some sort. So that should be fun. For now, though, we're gonna save the game, and we will leave it off there. One last time, thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.